Okay.
I can't remember the last time we had a full house.
We had a full house last week, didn't we?
Nope, Nick was
No?
here.
Oh, right. Yeah. Shotgun here. Okay. Well, let's just hop right to it. I'll tell you guys the same thing I've been telling all the other guys, is that in the next couple days you can expect a sort of anonymous DM review little survey is going to come out. I'll be sending a link in the chat. I just wanted to test the temperature, make sure everybody's happy, and yeah, so you can expect that coming out soon. So just wanted to let you know. But other than that, let's get to it. So I believe we have. Okay, we can change up the music a little bit, but yeah, let's hop to. As you're out in the desert, I guess we'll do some wind. Old Beldor. Okay, so you guys were traveling deep into the tomb of Diderius and came upon the secret lair of the Yuan Tai dwelling deep within. A place that off table you don't know the name of in on game, but I'll tell you because it's fun. The name of this place is Sitekal. That is the name of this place, but you guys don't know that, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But anyway, you guys made your way in, you fought through their lizard folk minions, you battled Yuan Tai, made your way deep into the chasm, facing various traps and attacks. At one point, Shroud was charmed and jumped off the side of a bridge and landed in a snake pit, but just climbed out and kept fighting because that's what Shroud does. And you guys also encountered who subtly helped you along the way is waiting for the character sheet to run so I can remember the name. There it is, Sabrosa.
Sabrosa.
That's right, Sabrosa, a sort of a rather strange, charismatic tiefling woman. Sort of found you all, claimed to have heard of you and wants to help out, and used strange shadow magic to conceal their appearance and help you sort of sleuth your way through most of the lair. You found yourselves running into the end as you were assaulted by a guard walking through, but came to the major temple where there he was, the man you were looking, the dwarf you were looking for. Verum the White was upon a sacrificial altar, and before him was a large host of very mean Yuan Tai, along with their leader, a huge, towering, cobra-like creature with 6 heads that said, "Take Verum and leave without harming any Yuan Tai, or our foul magics will ensure his death." And the party said, "Yep, okay, let's get out of here. Sweet, this is why we're here, let's get out of here." And so you did. You marched your way out with Verum the White, and made your way out, and he didn't die. So you apparently held up your end of the bargain. As you made your way out, Verum revealed himself to be a very willing prisoner at this point, claiming, answering all of your questions explicitly and under the scrutiny of Detect Thoughts by Sabrosa, seemed rather honest and earnest to buy himself some good grace with Waterdeep by being forthright, and told you all that I believe he told you all this, if not, he'll tell you this anyway at some point. His mask is back in the hands of the Cult of the Dragon, which would sort of complete his failure to the cult, and if he ever returned, they would kill him on sight. So there's nowhere really to go but into prison, so he is happy to, not happy, but begrudgingly, but willingly, is submitted himself to your custody, to be delivered to Waterdeep, and will be your willing prisoner, and be happy to disclose any of the secrets of the Cult of the Dragon for his own good grace. It was also revealed that Sabrosa was a member of his entourage when he came here to the tomb of Diderius and was handpicked by the Cult of the Dragon to have been a part of this voyage for their long-standing loyalty and skill and efforts with the Cult of the Dragon, to which Sabrosa then very cunningly revealed that She was a member of the Harpers and has been in deep cover for some time. To which Verum was quite defeated, as he really hasn't won much this week, and his failure is truly complete. And that is where we pick up today. You guys have all just decided to settle down for a long rest outside of the Tomb of Diderius. You have done an initial questioning of Verum, and he's been rather forthright and has gone to bed now. And all of you can go to bed as well. Was there anything you wanted to do before your long rest, or did you all want to just take watches and see what the night holds?
I can grab the first watch.
Okay, no problem.
I'll grab the second watch.
Okay,
I'm happy to take a watch.
fair enough, fair enough. Okay, let's see here. Okay, this is fine. All right, you guys all take a watch. You wait out, and no harm befalls you as you sleep outside of the Tomb of Diderius. No Yontai, no lizard folk, no divine wrath, nothing. You guys sleep and get your long rest with ease. As you all awaken, Verum sort of stands up. As a note, if you want to keep this prisoner alive, you will have to feed him.
Oh, that's no problem.
Great, you've got your. Yeah.
Here, I'll just go ahead and mark off a third level for create food and water.
But don't worry, because I have lots of dragon jerky on Lyrikov too.
Oh, trust me, that could be for us.
Okay.
He doesn't deserve the dragon jerky. And he's like, oh. He doesn't get dragon jerky? That's so cool. Okay. Oh, god damn it. Oh, god, I hit the wrong button. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my maps working, because you guys are about to travel. So he sort of sits up and says, alright, back to Waterdeep then, I assume.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to speak with everybody about this. I have a way to get Varen back instantaneously, but I can't take everybody with. I can only take 5 people. 5 willing creatures. Now, if we don't want to split us up, then we'll all just take the long journey back.
Well,
Good idea.
I see. Well, being the newest to the group and accustomed to traveling on my own, I'm happy to separate. Perhaps I'll meet you somewhere.
well, we could also see if we can catch my dad's ship on the way back to Waterdeep.
So I'm gonna save you some time there. You know that other than dropping you guys off, your father had absolutely no reason to be down those waterways.
Yeah.
Because there's no ports.
Well, he
Nothing.
was going to a place to the south more, and then he was going to go back to Waterdeep.
He was going to Baldur's Gate, right?
Baldur's Gate is at the. That's right, but it's like down south. So the waterway that you guys took was down the winding water.
Yep.
And the only settlements that exist at all there are like really there's none, like none that would interest a seafarer, such as your father, a trader. But yes, he was going to travel south down to Baldur's Gate and then probably make his way up the river Coenthar and make some trips between like El Terrell and the rest of Eltergard. So
Okay.
Anyway, point being is that it's a really out of the way stop for any
Yep.
ship this voyage, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to secure the prisoner and make sure he doesn't escape, because it'll take a long time to get back to Waterdeep, I think.
There is maybe. How often do you? Some of us can travel maybe with the cat. I guess the words, the horses, the mounts. Because you can't leave them behind.
5 willing creatures doesn't mean horses or everything that you take with you, right?
Exactly.
No, they are separate creatures, assuming they are willing. I think they're willing. I can speak him. I can talk him into being willing. Don't worry.
And then watch, it doesn't work. The magical portal. What? No.
Okay, so how often can you cast this magical portal?
Well, once a day.
Okay,
But here's the thing: it's only one way.
that's fine.
So I think the question is more is that if you cast it and you stay with us and just let people cross, would that work?
Well, how about we go to the town?
It's open and then it's closed in an instant.
Okay, how about we go to the town? With the giant tower bridge thingy, and you
Also,
open the
just so
portal.
there's no confusion, I'm using word of recall. That's my
You go back to
teleportation.
Waterdeep with our prisoner and anyone else who wants to go with you. And then tomorrow, you come back, and then the day after, the rest of us go.
I believe you said it was a one-way trip, so it's not.
It is a one-way trip.
One-way trip
If
every day.
I'm coming back, then I'm walking back.
Oh,
Well, I'll stay back at Helios and travel alongside Sabrissa.
I'll stay too with Largoth. She
Also,
doesn't like the city anyway.
The road is absolutely more dangerous the less people you have, right? 5 is still a very hardy group, but I mean, like, if you're like, we'll take Verum and 4 people back and leave 2 guys behind, you know, that's it's a dangerous trap. It's a dangerous trip.
Well, if we we have flying mounts as well, so we won't be on the road as much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the world map. I just thought I'd put it here, help you
Okay.
figure it out. So this is Waterdeep, way over here, and this is you guys, way over here. So you need to, and I believe you guys were dropped off. I'll put another shield in so you know. You guys were dropped off way over here. Yeah, Borskier Bridge.
Okay. And what is the distance between where we are and over that bunch of land that's between us and Waterdeep?
That is the High Moor, which is basically a swamp.
Yes.
It is a moor, after all. If you want to know straight as the bird flies, how long it'll take to get from one place to the next. That is 469 miles.
Okay.
On Dragonback or Griffinback, it's about 6.5 days, but you have horses.
This is true.
So you could take it through the moor. It's just gonna.
Unless I take the horses back.
It's a fair point. You could head back Terrence, as long as you. And there's only 3 horses, I believe. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there's Star Shroud and yeah. So there's only 3 horses. So Verum and Terrence. So yeah, if you could convince the horses that what's about to happen next.
It's me and 5 willing creatures, so 6 total.
Oh,
Okay.
so one more can stay back with us and ride on Griffin or Dragonback.
1, 2. That's a lot of weight for a dragon and a griffin. Like they're strong creatures, but that's still a lot of weight.
Well, it would just be 2. Yeah, it would just be 2 people.
2 each.
Yeah.
Well, let's try and figure this out. How much? I need everyone's weight.
Yeah, one of those people is Shroud.
Yeah, one of those people is-
Grab good fast.
So I need everyone's weight, and I need the total weight of everything you're carrying as well.
Oh no. Oh no.
And again, we don't have to do this. I'm just laying out the options we have. I have no problem traveling back with you all. Doing it the slow way.
40 with weight and pack pickle. Damn, you're tiny, man. Okay, 240. Fair beer.
I feel like I'm actually overweight.
255 for
Oh,
me.
you're over encumbered?
In unencumbered, it says.
Oh no. Yeah, you're good. You're solid.
Yeah, over encumbred's bad. Under encumbred's good.
You'd know if you were over encumbered because your speed would be cut in half.
Okay. There's that.
Stella is with her gear is 205.
205 pounds for Ciela. Damn, you're tiny, man. Why does everyone weigh nothing? How much does Ciela weigh?
155. She's 5'8", not 6 foot.
Damn.
What the hell? And then why does Star weigh so much? So like,
What are you
they
carrying?
can't. Well, supposedly I'm like my weight is 174. Like, well, I mean, like 174 with like items.
Is that with items or is that just your
It says
personal?
weight carried 174.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, that perfect.
That's a lot of. Yeah, no, that's pretty fair.
Okay, and then I weigh 125. So what the hell are you? So basically I'm altogether I'm 300, I think.
Damn, dude, you have a lot of stuff on you. Yeah, that's. Oh, it's because you've got your Damn, dude, look at all this shit you got.
I know, this is the problem. I'm carrying a lot of daggers.
Daggers. You.
You were just weighed down by.
It's also because you're here. It's also because you're carrying your horse's feet on your back, apparently, according to your inventory. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
Don't worry. If you hit the refresh button, I fix it up for you.
Oh,
You're
Yeah,
still
just-
carrying 110 pounds, and you weigh how much?
125, so it's like 250 ish.
Weigh 125. You're carrying 110. That's 135 pounds, or 235 pounds.
235, yeah.
Cool. 4-star. All right. Here's the big one. Shroud.
The
So
shroud?
Shroud weighs 310 pounds, just their body.
Oh,
Can we just
Just
send
them,
it to
just
Zero?
them as a being.
Fair enough.
And their weight carried is almost 106 pounds.
So that's like 400 plus pounds.
Correct.
450. 456.
456. Good God.
But
Feel-
you go with Terrence because there's one extra spot.
It's true. Then again, do you want to be alone on the road without Shroud? Sabrosa, how much do you weigh in total?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's me. In total, I weigh just under 190 pounds.
Got it. Little 190. Okay. And I'm gonna start figuring out the carrying capacity of your creatures. And
It could be a one on the back and one on the claws situation.
yeah, that's a long. long
Oh, stars in the claws then. I just walked around that.
Don't you eat that! Don't you eat him!
a young dragon? Did you see? Oh, that's an adult. Hang on.
Is your strength score multiplied by 15, but if you're a large creature, it's 30. So, for...
Okay. A young dragon's capacity is 570 pounds.
hang on, I just want to do it myself. Strength score multiplied by... Your score multiplied by 30. Okay, so it's... Oh my god, that's not what I wanted. 19 times 30 equals 570 pounds. That's pretty good. Is Lyragoth carrying anything right now? Because I know Lyragoth
Lyragoth is carrying some stuff. Let's just check here. 141 pounds.
141. So that comes out to 2. It's 4. That's gonna be 60. So 429 pounds to carry, and then Helios.
He's 540 pounds.
Yeah, not much less.
And Helios isn't carrying shit.
Okay. Except the saddle. How much saddle weigh?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't even know what that is.
Go to your inventory and add an exotic saddle. Adlin? Good thing we're not.
Saddle weighs 25 pounds.
Got it. Oh, I don't know why it's not. Anyway. You could probably make saddlebags and put them in there, but either
40
way,
pounds.
40
So
pounds.
Helios can carry 500 pounds.
500 pounds, fantastic. I'd go ahead and delete that because it's just gonna weigh you down here. Because Helios is carrying. Okay, so. So Helios could carry Shroud and that's it, possibly. I don't think you're making this journey if Shroud's involved, if you wanted to get by on the grace of flying creatures. You're definitely not getting away with this with Shroud in the mix. So let's say hypothetically you send Shroud with Terrence. That leaves you four. You probably group Aerovir and Sabrosa, ironically, considering recent tensions. Because Aerovir is the heaviest. And
I'm the heaviest?
Yeah, with all of your gear.
Where's Ciela is? Ciela's 205.
No, Ciel's 205, Aerovir's 240.
No,
Damn.
Star's 235.
Yeah, and Aerovir's 240, which is still heavier than both of you.
I do have a lot of extra gear.
Just in case.
Mhm.
I brought my vanity just in case.
I mean, I'm pushing 400.
Well, how about this? How about we start making the way back? If things start looking like they're gonna get hairy, Terrence can do a quick get me the fuck out of here with our prisoner.
Well, it sounds like we can do it. Like we've got the weight, right, Ryan?
I'm working on it. But yes is the answer to that. You guys
And
are thinking about in the 430 range, so yeah. If Terrence and Shroud are out of the equation, then yeah, you guys could potentially make this journey.
I think we should do it. I think it's a good idea to get Baron Street there and under lock and chain.
you think you guys are gonna be safe from the skies?
Safe enough, I think. Sabrosa, are you able to heal? I know Ciela can a little bit.
I can
And-
heal a little bit.
I'm afraid healing is not one of my talents. I'm more of an information type person.
I can also, we can do this as a last resort, if need be.
I'm on board. I think it's a good idea. Maybe we put it to a vote.
Well, we're stronger together. And if there's trouble, we will be without Shroud and Terrence, and that could be bad for us. Because we do have to
Also true.
stop. We can't fly for 6 days straight. We do have to stop. And anything can happen in the swamps.
There is a note that what you, Aerovir, and Ciel would be probably all of you at this point, because you guys have been traveling with your dragon. A flying creature must land every 3 hours and rest for 1. They can only maintain flight for 3 hours max.
Yep.
So there will be at least 4 landings a day, an hour minimum, 8 maximum.
Okay.
If we take the horses then, if we all go together, I think we should go around the moor because that'll slow us down.
Not with Ciela around.
Not then.
As a ranger, she can bypass the difficulties of travel, for the most part.
Cool.
I think I should hold on to it, but I'll keep it prepared. And if we get in a situation where we're under duress and we might lose Varen, then I'll whisk him away.
Good.
Assuming he's still willing.
Verum says, I vote that I go right to Waterdeep. And
You
travel
don't have
by...
a say in this.
Alright.
Fair.
Thought I'd try.
I think better than being eaten alive and killed.
What was that? Kill me, why? What have I done to you?
No, I mean like someone tries to kill us while on the road. Stay.
Well,
Well, they want us
Well,
all, so
that's gonna happen.
yeah, there's gonna be someone who wants to kill us out there, even whether they know who we are or not.
just for the record, I cannot be a help to any of you, even if I wanted to. My powers are gone from me since I lost my mask, so do much.
What do we know about the moors that we'd be passing through?
Make me a history check.
16.
Ooh, that was the wrong. 16. Yeah, you know some stuff. Actually, this is very interesting to you specifically, Eric, given your background. The High Moor is a large, monster-infested open moorland. It borders on both the Serpent Hills and the Misty Forest. It's your backyard.
Oh.
You were definitely, as a child, told never to go there. It was created more than 10,000 years ago. I'm going to give you a little extra because of your background. It was created when a fallen kingdom known as Meriatar was destroyed by the Vishantar Empire by magics in a time known as the Dark Disaster during the Crown Wars. Now, what all that means, Meriatar and the Vishtar empires were multiple elven kingdoms long ago, and elves ruled over Toril, and it was the time of elves. We're currently in the time that is considered to be the time of man. But back when it was the time of elves and many elven kingdoms spanned, there were many wars, and the kingdom of Meriatar was destroyed by the Vishtar Empire when a number...
You okay?
Oh, you're all good. Just wanted you to be good. So basically, the event was horrific. What happened was a great number of powerful wizards got together from the Vishtar Empire, and they literally scorched the earth. They destroyed the empire by just you know at the end of Avatar: The Last Airbender, where Ozai gets the comet and just like does like the fucking flaming earth thing and rolls across the land and starts trying to destroy the Earth Kingdom. It was like that. Okay. Basically, they burned the empire to the ground. About a couple hundred wizards got together and used incredible magics and literally just scorched the land and burned the kingdom to the ground in a huge place. And it was called the Dark Disaster. The Crown Wars was a series of wars conducted by the elves. That's when all the elves went to war with one another, and ultimately led to the end of the Great Elven Kingdoms.
What does that have to do with moors?
That's just the history. You roll a history check. That's the history of the High Moor. That's how it came to be.
Oh, so it was fucked up by these elves?
Yeah, the elves destroyed, the Elven Kingdoms were at war, and one Elven Kingdom decided to just burn and scorch the land to the ground and created the High Moor. But yeah, other than that, you know it to be monster infested. There's all kinds of horrific creatures inside, and very dangerous place to dwell, and nothing really lives out there other than the monsters.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's worth sharing with the party, that this is monster-infested and dangerous lands, and as a wee one, I was warned not to go there.
Well, let's go there. There's like, no.
See how like a star look.
Okay, fine, we won't go to the Misty Forest.
Personally, I'm much more comfortable dealing with terrible people than with terrible monsters.
Yes.
They're about the same.
I don't know.
Baron says, at least with monsters, you know what you're getting.
Well, with monsters, you don't always know how to hurt them. It's a person, I know where to put an arrow and they'll make them hurt a lot.
Or before they put their knife in your back after pretending to be your friend.
Cool.
Settle down, you. Enjoy the
Tell me how you
ride.
really feel.
Alright, fine.
Oh, wait, that's a good point. Does that mean Garam's walking?
Well, you guys have
We have
2 flying mounts and 3 horses. You can, you're more than capable
Not
of...
it!
Okay.
Someone's gotta share. It's like,
I'll do it. I gotta keep him close anyway.
You're a good man, Terrence.
I know.
I know. Incredible. All right, I know, that's great. Okay, you guys wanna? So you guys intend to travel through the High Moor, or are you going around?
Oh,
Okay, no. What? You don't want it? So just to plot the route here to see if you guys agree, do you want to do something like you want to go up and around north, right, to start?
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so my question, well, you guys don't have a map, do you? None of you are cartographers, nothing like that.
Nope.
Can read a map. Have
Um,
navigator's tools.
Sure, but you don't have a map though, right?
No.
No. Okay, so I will say per
It's
being
all up here.
here. So I'll say by the knowledge of Erebir that the High Forest backs on the Misty Forest and basically tells you like it'll end at some point in the north, like you're not going to go way past Waterdeep. Her history will be able to inform you, see how to get around. It's not going to tell you everything, but it'll tell you how to get around. So you guys could begin your voyage.
Oh, can I send sending out?
You of course can, my good sir. Sorry, I'm just trying to track your journey here. Before we get to it, if you don't mind. And that's still a bunch of hills, huh? Okay. So, oops, sorry, hang on. Almost done. Almost there. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Sending. What would you like to send the sending to?
Might as well send it to the big guy, the king, King Melindrock.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
Daddy.
Daddy! Sure, you send it to King Melindrock, the king of the elves of the Misty Forest. And what do you say, sir?
I'll say, Varen has been apprehended. We are traveling back to Baldur's Gate, skirting around the Misty Forest. That's what this is, right?
No, this is the High Moor.
Oh, the High Moor.
Yeah.
My mistake.
How could you?
And you mean Waterdeep instead of Baldur's Gate, right?
Yes, yeah.
So you tell him you've got Baron, you're going around the High Moor, you're making your way to Waterdeep. You'll get a response back after a couple of seconds that says, very well, I will inform the council. I would appreciate in the future letting someone of lesser station know. I am quite busy.
Oh, shit.
Noted. Okay.
He's a king. He's got a lot on his plate. He's not a messenger, in fairness, but it's a little curt. He's a little like, also don't call. Also lose my number.
I can send a few more out to the council.
Yeah.
Pretty much just saying the same thing.
Sure. Who would you want to contact specifically?
Let's do Dala Silverheld.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Onthar. We'll let Onthar know.
Okay, you let Onthar know, and he says, "I'll let him know right away. Good job, lad." And say something about like, did you join the Order of the Gauntlet? You never joined them, did you?
Not yet. Not officially.
He says, "I'll get you one of these days. You'll be joining us in no time." Lady Dala says, "Who's Baron the White?" As she is an advisor to the council based on the Dracorn and doesn't know everything.
Oops.
No, but I'll let people know, absolutely. Along those lines. Cool. Incredible. Okay, you guys begin your journey. To get out of the hills, that is going to take about 200 miles. So we will get to work there. And your current travel speed is, where do I have it? I don't know where I have it wrote down here, that's dumb. How fast are your horses?
60.
About 1 horsepower.
I thought it was 50.
I think they're not. I think horses are actually like 6 horsepower.
That's stupid. I hate that.
I know. I
I'm
hate
pretty
that
sure it's
also.
60 though.
What was that, sorry?
I'm pretty sure it's 60.
Yeah, 67. I'll just open up my thing, because here we go, traveling again. Calculators and generators.
Who am I riding with?
Whoever you want.
No, not exactly. It's with Terrence.
With me?
Baron's right.
Three people on my
Oh,
horse?
Saborsa.
Oh, sorry, Subrosa. No, Subrosa can ride with Derevere, actually, yeah. You can
Okay.
start.
And we're on a griffin, a wyvern,
We're on a griffin, yeah. Let me introduce
a
you.
griffin.
She loves snacks.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. What was her name?
Helios? Or wait, did we decide it was a boy?
It's a boy.
The boy. Yeah.
Sorry, he is Helios. Helios.
Where did you come upon a griffin?
Waterdeep, actually, and they sell them like they sell horses. In fact, in Waterdeep, it's quite incredible, and I know a great dealer if you need one.
Oh my goodness, that is something indeed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a fine stallion. That she'll like pat him on the side.
For a stallion, it has literally been homegrown. and homebred. Literally.
From the Griffin Mill.
Literally was bred in Waterdeep and handed and sold to you. Incredible. Okay.
I don't say that though.
Yeah, sure. The most obedient stallion griffin roams ever seen. Okay, fantastic. With the help of Ciella's ability to navigate through nature, and your own, whatever. Anyway, you guys start traveling. Sorry, I kind of lost myself there. You guys begin to start traveling, normal pacing it, making your way north and out of the Serpent Hills if you're lucky. So I'm going to do some rolls. All right, you begin your travels. Day 1 goes by just fine. Okay, so that is going to be day 1. You travel for 1 day, no problems. Again, anybody interrupt me anytime if they have anything they need to do.
You need me to go hunting?
I'll be casting create
Okay.
food and water once a day,
Let's
at
do
least to
that.
feed the mounts and stuff.
That's better. Yeah.
Okay, you wake up, travel to day 2. Nothing bad happens. You travel without issue. Day 3 rolls by, nothing happens. All good, all well.
Say
Starts
each
playing the game of I Spy and stuff during these travel.
Oh, and it's monotonous. It's like I spy. My last thing is brown. Is it that hill? Probably.
each of these days, can I roll for divine intervention?
Sure. What are you trying to accomplish?
I just want to accomplish making our journey safe and unimpeded.
Okay, roll me. That's been. I think we'll start now because I don't want to backtrack.
We're
go ahead.
already safe and unimpeded, so I'm cool with that.
So roll me 1 for today.
Alrighty.
Day 3's gone by. All right.
20. So close.
So close, but not quite. But day 3 goes by. You all sleep well. Day 4 rolls around. As you wake up the next morning, would you like to roll?
Yeah. Hey, 5!
A 5. Okay, give me a minute. Well, I love that you're using it though. It's such a cool feature.
And now I can't use it for 7 days.
Now you can't use it for 7 days. All right, let me go take a little peek at the cleric spell list and see what kind of superpower she sends your way. Yes. Oh, quite. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's try something like that. Wait for it. Wait for it. Sorry, I just gotta pull the divine intervention out of my ass real quick. Just
Just a quick one, real quick.
real quick. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
For you, it was a divine intervention. For me, it was Tuesday.
Well played, sir. Well played. You know what? Let's just have some fun. Let's have a little fun, why don't we? Okay. This is what's gonna happen. You go, so you go wake up on the 3rd day, and you say your morning prayers as you prepare your spells, and you perform your divine intervention. You say, Shantia, it would be super rad of you if we could, like, just move along real safe, like. Suddenly there's a, like Terrence rises into the air, glows with, like, green radiant energy, and from his chest, light shines outward, and a huge, like, circle of green forms right in front of him, and and then you see, like, this teal green muscular hand sort of grab the hand and then pull himself out. You see this bald, brawn, beautiful warrior step forth with glowing green eyes, and then massive white wings unfurl behind him. And he reaches his hand down to the earth. He reaches his hand down to the earth, and sort of coming out of the ground like Lady in the Lake, but from the fertile soil, a sword, a radiant celestial sword, will rise from the ground. He'll and bear it to his side. And he's, to be clear, this guy's like 12 feet tall. He is huge. And he looks down at you and says, Terrence Marigold Jr., I come on behalf of Chontia. She says you need aid traveling these lands, and so I shall guard you with all my life.
Oh, that's never happened before.
He will
Very-
drop to a knee before you, his golden gauntlets. I'll send you a picture of what he looks like, because I think they're really cool. I'll send a picture in the chat. But he bows a knee before you and says, Here on the soil of Chontia, I swear unto thee, I will guard you against your enemies and protect your life until every breath from my body is taken from me. Until we reach Waterdeep, I am your right hand, through and through. I am the angel, hold for cool angel name.
Biblically accurate angel name.
Biblically. He says, I am the Planetar Ethos, and I shall guard you, good sir.
Thank you, Ethos. You may rise.
And he does rise, towering over all of you in his celestial might.
Wow, Terrence, who's your friend?
Aravir, calm down.
Sorry.
Pictures in the Facebook chat if you want to see what Ethos looks like.
Nice.
Every comment.
Everybody's like, huh. Oh.
Not. But essentially, Chantia opened a gate, and a Planetar stepped through from her realm, commanded to protect you.
Sick.
God, did you just bite your lip? Did I just see you bite?
This is day 4, right?
What was that, Ciel?
This is day 4, right?
This is day 4, yes.
Okay.
You have Rose on the day 4. You have the day ahead of you still.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I was just going to say, as we ride, Sabrosa's taking like copious amounts of notes, especially since she doesn't have to pay attention to writing since she's on the back. But like even when there seems to be nothing going on, looking around, writing. That's it.
It's worth noting as you rise on this day, it is like rainy out. It is like storming. And Ethos sort of like picks up some of the like wet, muddy soil in his hand and says, "This is not good. This is not good soil for riding on. I will not see you impeded by such things." And he'll raise his sword to the air and he says, "By the might of Chontia, let the sun rise like the thunder himself." And he will literally, with his sword in a gentle sweep, the clouds will cut and separate and the sun will sort of come out as he casts control weather.
Wow. Wow.
Impressive.
That is impressive.
Seal pats Terrence on the back. All right.
I didn't do it.
Hey, you.
That was
you
all
brought him here.
Ethos.
You brought him here.
He says, "Now, if it is suiting to all of you, I shall turn my form invisible and scout ahead, waylay any traffic that may come your way, if that suits. Or of course I can travel in your companionship, if that is your preference as well. I am at your command, Terrence."
If you think scouting is a wise choice, then feel free to do so.
"I would see your enemies slain before you even had to meet their eyes." And with the huge wings one furl, and he'll blast 120 feet straight into the air in one round, and then cast invisibility on himself and vanish as if he was never there. But you know there is a powerful angelic warrior watching your back.
Very cool. I do have a question.
Yep.
So we risked our lives for this chalk plant, and how do
I see the passive aggressive framing of the question. Please continue.
Well, I just ought to do something with it. How do I turn it into actual chalks?
It's crafting. You'll have to spend some downtime crafting it, but it's not too hard to do.
Can I craft it with alchemist supplies?
Yeah, sure. But you'll have to do it when you're not traveling. You can't take downtime while traveling.
You don't get the 2 hours a day while traveling?
You do get the 2 hours a day, yes. So if you wanted to do it during that time, yes, you could.
Okay, sweet. Yes, please.
Cool. Well, we can start doing that tonight. So let's continue our journey. Today's day 4. Cool. We're gonna see what kind of cool stuff happens. Oh, cool. Okay. So around midday, you guys are going to come upon a shrine. You find this isolated shrine rising up out of the hills. You've left the Serpent Hills behind and are following the river at this point. And again, I'm not making you roll, Ciela, because... oh, you know what? I should have had you roll for the first couple of days. Roll me a survival check really quick. I'm sure it's not going to be a problem. I just want to check.
21,
Yeah, that's all I need. I just need one. You're good.
25.
Yeah, you're okay. Quite good. Yeah, so you're totally good. You guys find this shrine out in the middle of nowhere. Definitely like an ancient, broken down sort of ruined shrine from a time long past. Do you wish to do anything, or do you continue to travel along?
Do
We have a
I?
prisoner. Let's keep going.
Make me a religion check, Aravir.
24, natural 19.
24 for a natural 19. You certainly know what you're looking at here. You look upon the shrine, and you will see, quite interestingly, actually kind of fittingly for you, you see that this is a shrine to, basically it depicts Mistral, which you guys learned about back in the Tomb of Iderius. Mistral was the previous incarnation of Mistra. This was her form back when the Netherese were still a thing. but she was killed by Cassus's folly. So she is the god of the magical weave, spellcasters, creativity, energy, knowledge, intervention, song, time, and even spring. Is who she used to be.
I'll say a prayer and make an offer.
What do you offer?
I would like to offer Black Dragon Wormling Blood, which is a valuable spell component.
It most certainly is. What do you say in your prayer? Just like, keep it basic.
I leave this offering out of respect and honor, and I'm grateful for the example you lead, and I hope to follow in your footsteps one day.
Do you have inspiration?
I do not.
Then you do now, as Mistra sends you a little divine inspiration. Cool.
I hear that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have tried to make any secrecy of it.
Okay.
Cool. It is worth noting that unless someone rolls a religion check, Erebir just kind of goes up to this ancient shrine that you don't really know what it is, and kind of drops to a knee and kind of just prays quietly, like you wouldn't have heard her words either. And then when it rose, and you would have seen her leave the offering.
I think I'd do a religion check for that.
Yeah, make me a religion check.
Uh, 18.
18? Yeah, you would know this is the Shrine of Mistral. The former god, the former incantation, the former, oh my god, the former form, but personification of Mistra, goddess of magic.
Okay, I smiled gently. Not approvingly.
Fair enough. Fantastic. You get a
So
little
no one-
box beside your, up in the top right corner area that says Terrence will remember this, and you see him smile.
Terrence's approval! Fuck yeah!
You get Terrence approval points. Yes, Sabrosa.
So no one has mentioned this out loud, correct?
Yeah, this is all, the only thing you've seen is like, you've come up, your party's come upon the shrine, Seal's like, fuck this, let's get out of here. And then Erebir goes over and like, kneels, prays, and leaves this offering of like of like blood in a vial.
Okay. In that case, I'd like to do a religion check to see if I know who it is.
Alright, roll me a religion check.
19.
19, you do! This is Mistral, the former incantation. Fuck me, I don't know why I keep saying that. Mistra, the
Yeah.
former incarnation of the current goddess of magic, Mistra. She was killed back in the time of Nepenthes by an event known as Cassus's Folly, but she used to be the goddess of magic and the weave and inspiration and creativity and all that.
Okay. Notes. Thank you.
Alright, fantastic. And with that, your party can continue traveling on. And your day will go unimpeded, and you will take some rest. And as you go to take some rest, you guys will see a herd of goats traveling nearby. You kind of hear them sort of bleating as they make their way through the hills.
Ooh.
Yeah, you want to shoot one?
Yeah, let's shoot one.
Okay, make me an attack roll.
Like a regular attack roll?
Yeah, sure. The right thing.
27?
Yeah, you hit. Roll me some damage. Oh, it's fine. It's 4. There's 4 hit points.
Okay.
You're like, ah. You barely even try. You just like, and then you kill one, and you got goat for dinner.
Yep. Drag it back. Look what I found! Meat!
Yeah, and there should be enough in here to like, I don't know, you can make like a goat meat stew kind of situation.
Yeah.
There's certainly not enough meat on this goat for your whole party, but enough that you can like make it,
Yep. Make it go around a little.
yeah, it'll go nice with Terrence's flavorless,
Make a nice goat gravy to put on it.
yeah, a little goat gravy, that's right.
It's sustenance.
There you go. And you guys will all take a quiet rest. I need to see if your angel needs to sleep. Hang on. No, he doesn't need to sleep. He's immune to exhaustion. He just
Immune to exhaustion? Does he eat?
no, he's immune to exhaustion.
Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't need to eat, doesn't need to sleep.
Incredible.
At that, so like as you all set up camp for night, he'll sort of just sort of like appear from nothingness, and just kind of put his sword before him and kind of watch over you for the night, like a sentry. And he says, "You may all rest and rest well. Worry not about the vigil, for I will keep my eyes upon the horizon."
Man, this guy's so freaking cool.
This
Thank you.
gentleman's fantastic.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. How long does it take to make the chalk?
How much do you got?
I only have 2 plants.
Did I give you a value?
50 gold piece each.
You can make, each one represents an 8 hours of work.
8.
Each
fucking
plant
hours.
represents 8 hours of work, yeah.
Okay. Alright. Well, this is 2 out of 16 then, right?
There you go. There you be.
Cool. How many gold is it worth after?
Same amount.
What
You
the
can-
fuck am I doing this for?
You're getting free chalk out of the, well, hang on, let me think here for a second.
I don't
Well,
need-
you're getting free chalk. Yeah, you're getting free chalk. It's like right, you don't have to pay for it or anything. You just make it and it's free.
but it's
You
not
wanted
worth,
it. You wanted it so bad.
no, but it's not worth anything more.
It's worth its value.
Can I instead put 2 hours towards adult white dragon blood?
To do what?
We'll turn it into,
Your bomb thing?
yeah, bomb.
Sure.
A bomb.
She went from chalk to a
That's
bomb.
cooler than
I'll-
chalk.
Thinking about it, thinking about it, I'd say like once it's like refined and produced, I'll give you the double value on it.
On the chalk?
Yeah,
Sweet, okay.
because that's typically how crafting works anyway. It doubles its value once it's produced. So
Alright, I'll stick
If
with
you want to sell it.
this is me avoiding that stupid bomb. So yeah, but it does take its value to create. So you can do 50 gold pieces of crafting a day of downtime. So every 8 hours you can do 50 gold pieces worth. So that's,
Every day is 50 gold?
yeah, basic crafting rules are you can do 50 gold pieces of progress on a craft. And right now you are crafting with
But
alchemy.
when it's done, it's gonna be double.
When it's done, it's going to be worth double the value when
Which
you
is
sell.
100 gold, and I'm gonna have dumped 400 gold into it to make.
No, you're not dumping any gold into it. It is just spend the time. You don't have to spend any gold making it.
Oh,
You're maybe not understanding me entirely.
no, I'm not
No,
understanding.
just spend the time.
Okay,
You don't have to spend any gold. You're good.
yes, sir.
So- Yes, sir. You're good. Just all you have to do is spend the time.
Okay, I'll spend the
Don't
time.
don't worry about it. Okay. All right. Is there anything else? Anything else? All right. You guys go to sleep. You wake up. The angel's moved. He didn't just like stand there and watch you like a crazy person. He's like moved around. He's probably like standing like very heroically on like a high rock or something. Like that. And as you all rise, he says, he'll stay. He wants to make sure you're all safe, so he's going to say, "Good, you are woken. Take your rest, and I shall see the path forward is safe." And once more, he'll blast in the air, almost double the speed of a dragon, and vanish into the air. And Blairgow's like looking like really jealous at how fast he is. And you guys can get all your stuff together. And at a certain point, once you're all ready to go and you head out into the way, you come across a number of bodies. You come across about 16 dead lizard folk that were in your path, and they look to have been cleaved by a massive sword.
Let's loot him.
Oh,
Mm.
these are lizard folk who are humanoids?
Yeah, these are lizard folk who were humanoids, and now they're not humanoids. Now they're just bags.
And
Now they're roadkill.
Now they're roadkill.
And he killed them less than 30 minutes ago?
I can roll to see when you killed them. Let's see. You travel for 8 hours a day. That's wrong. Because, oh, yeah. No, you're 5 hours into your journey when you find this. So it
Okay.
could have happened an hour ago, it could have happened 3 hours ago, you don't know.
Okay, no problem.
So you find these guys dead, and
And we loot the
oh,
bodies.
you know what? My mistake. I'm gonna say, I'll tell you what. Make me an investigation check,
Okay.
or a medicine check, Rosa.
It's not that big a deal. It ends at the end of the day anyway. Oh, but it was a 27 investigation.
Okay, yeah. You go over and you expect these things were killed under an hour ago. Their blood isn't even close to coagulated yet.
I bet you.
Well, in that case, I will take 1 shadow, please.
All right, 1 shadow is yours. You can now turn into a sort of like lizard folk, like a barbaric-looking lizard folk creature.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it clipped on my heel for now, but it's in the pocket.
Got it. Okay, you guys get to this point, at which point you will see the Planetar Ethos sort of waiting at you at the edge of the forest. And you'll say, "See now and behold, you have cometh to the south wood. Do you intend to go through or around?"
What do I know about Southwood?
Roll me a history check.
22.
You know a bunch of stuff. Let's find out what you know. We're not gonna worry about that nonsense. We're not gonna worry about that nonsense either. Oh, okay, sure. I'll tell you it's cool information. The Southwood is considered the southeastern tip of what is known as the Triangle of Trees. That involves the High Forest, the Misty Forest, and then this forest. That were all collectively called the Moonwoods, excuse me. You were told by when you were being raised that it is a young forest, but still dim and foreboding, and it contains the same variety of trees that can be found in the High Forest. It is also considered a popular stomping grounds for a number of outdoorsmen who are known as the Grey Veil. The Grey Veil. Who are these guys? That's it. Sorry, the Grey Veil's a place. So basically, you know that a lot of outdoorsmen sort of like roam around here and scavenge and hunt and so on and so forth. You know that there's, you've been told that there are goblins within the forest that raid caravans on the northern road. Some say there's ghosts inside of it, but certainly not as dangerous as the High Moor.
Yeah. Is it faster to go through?
With Cielo here, yes.
I think we should go through because there's only ghosts and goblins that impede our travel here. More than likely.
Okay.
I trust both of you.
Then I trust you both as well. Through the forest, then.
Also,
And I had. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
sorry. Was that you with like the lizard folk?
Yes, of course. I thought it would be prudent to slay your foes before Terrence even needed to meet them.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, I agree. That was prudent.
Yeah, they didn't even see me coming.
I'm sure they didn't.
No, not at all.
Invisible. Yeah.
What's your name? I'm Ethos.
Oh, I'm Erebir. Nice to meet you.
It's good to meet you. Yeah.
Star's just like, what happened to the half elf guy in Waterdeep?
That's very well.
Star's like, I don't understand relationships.
Very well. I will venture deeper into the wood and show the way is safe. Good travels. I will be close. Fear not. And he will sort of step into the wood, and as he does, he'll sort of disappear into the shade under the tree, invisibly.
Speaking of the lizard folk, I changed my mind. I guess I will put on that lizard folk shadow because I want to scan through his thoughts and his knowledge and see if there's anything that pertains to us specifically.
Got it. The number one thought that comes to your mind is, angel person! And,
Fair enough.
dragon sword, holy fuck! And then die. Okay, what exactly do you want to know?
I guess basically just any immediate knowledge about like the area or existence of other lizard folk in the area, etc. Not that our guardian angel's not helping us out with all of that, but I guess I really just kind of sifting through whatever happens to be in his thoughts to see if there's anything relevant to the party at all.
So when you encountered these corpses earlier today, they were in the hills surrounding what is known as the Grey Peak Mountains. So they're not from the Serpent Hills, they're fairly far away. You get the sense that they were, that this is pretty much their life. They're just like, they're a band of warriors, they're a band of like lizard folk warriors, and there was like a tribe that they belonged to within the mountain range, but they're fairly far off in the other direction. They know the land pretty well, but they never range into the Southwood. And that's generally what you get out of them.
And no, like, oh, and don't forget, and that way is a giant, whatever, party-eating worm thing. Nothing like that. No?
Well, let me find out. Find out if they got something like that.
Watch out for the quicksand, something like that.
Yeah.
They're probably thinking that, man, we just ventured over here just for some foods for our.
Yeah, they were hunting. Yeah, that is what you get. They're like, we were hunting goat. You do get the sense from their mind, they're like, oh yeah, like if we found like travelers, we would definitely like slaughter them and take their shit for sure.
Sure.
So it was probably good that they got killed outright. Let's see. They do fear the tunnels under the mountain, as they believe that there are like monstrous draconic creatures beneath it that would kill them, and their tribe often lends offerings to ensure that they aren't savagely murdered by these like dragon things. They also were aware of a stone giant that is basically a shepherd to goats here in the mountains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
you
Thank you
guys
very
are
much.
leaving the mountains for the Southwood, so all they know is that their tribal elders told them to stay away from the Southwood for some reason, and they listened.
Great. Thank you very much.
No problem.
And now I look like a lizard folk for a while.
All right. You make your way through the woods. Big surprise, the woods go by just fine. Go by just fine. Once more, your guardian angel watches over you as you sleep. Nothing bad happens. Wake up. Travel into day 2.
2 more hours.
Yep. You travel that next day. Nothing bad happens. You sleep just fine. And the next day, you make your way out of the woods and find yourself standing. No, damn it. There we go. You find yourself standing on a road, thankfully. Yippee. But more importantly, you see that there is a village. You find a small hamlet as you exit the woods. That's pretty much the whole description. It's like kind of like a nondescript hamlet that is chilling there. And if you guys wanted to make your way into town, you could like, I don't know, do something.
A real meal.
Yeah, get a real meal before continuing your travels. You still have another. How much time did you have today left? I think you still have another like half day worth of travel left if you wanted to continue onward. But yeah, you could stop for a good meal. Sweet. You make your way into town and you realize that they specialize in pottery. There's no shortage of pottery stalls, selling bowls, cups, other things. It seems to be their specialization here. They work clay in the bowls, and that's their major export. And you can go to the local tavern and you could spend, let's say, 3 silver for like a nice hearty tavern meal. And it's tasty, and it's a little bit better than the flavorless tack Terrence has been producing. Just like, I imagine it's just like church wafers and that's it.
Hey,
Food.
I make water too. The water's pretty good.
Oh yeah, water, yeah. It is, and the angel will go into town with you invisibly. He doesn't want to like create a scene, but he will. He's by your side every step of the way, Terrence. Someone approaches you and says, and he goes, "He seems fine. I don't know." He's like whispering in your ear, like, "I imagine this one's like, just like seems to just have like a huge opinion about someone before they're gonna approach. Like, seems like a good man, good worker." And then like,
Okay, yeah, I got it.
But like once he does say, "This man is evil to the bone," and it's just like some old guy.
Is this the old guy that approaches me?
Yeah, some old guy just like approaches you and says, "Would you like some pottery from my stall?" He says, "Beware, for he is evil in his heart."
I'll pass.
Are you sure my daughter made this pottery?
I'm sure. I'm quite sure.
Okay, well, have a good one, young lad. Bye. You did the right thing, parents. You did the right thing. And you continue onward. And he'll also like, and one of the other things he does, he like tells you whenever he thinks someone's lying to you. You're like, "Oh, like, is it fresh food?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, very fresh. Like it killed yesterday." And he goes, "He lies. I know it." And you're like, "Oh." Like whether he's right or not, he seems to be like deeply certain that a person is either lying or evil or really good. He seems to be very certain about these things when you encounter people.
I trust him wholeheartedly.
Okay, fair enough. And yeah, you guys get yourself some food and you travel on down the road and keep your journey going. But you're on the roads now, and things are a little bit safer. So let's keep going, and he'll travel up ahead if your path isn't waylaid. And would you look at that? It is, but it probably won't matter because Big Bad and Mean is standing in front of you. Let's see what we got. Work! Okay, you know what? You're outside there. I'll just say you guys come across like 20 dead goblins. But like in a pile for the most part, like they all charged a single target and then just got a couple times. And there's like one or two that were like running back to the forest and are like just torn apart.
Oh, goblins? I'll take one of those shadows too.
Alright, goblin for you.
Airbear would like to say a small prayer to Chantina, because it's pretty rad.
Fair enough, what did you say?
Thank you for protecting our journey to Waterdeep. I've never seen something quite as inspiring as Ethos, and I've come to truly appreciate your religion.
Damn. If you didn't have inspiration, you get another one. She'd be like, "Huh. Good job, Terrence." Is kind of what she would probably think. Oh, I guess that's the route. Okay, so here, I'll do it this way. So I'm just planning your route. You make your way down the road. Okay, you're gonna travel another 80 miles down the road, and
Is that another day?
yeah, we'll call that another day as you sleep well. The next day comes, you travel, nothing bad happens. Nothing bad happens on the road in the evening, that's another 2 hours. And the next day comes.
Wait, time out. Sorry, you said 2, right?
Yep.
Terrence, a while ago you did this gentle repose on my dragon blood that I have.
Yes. Yeah, of course. Do you need that now?
I'm 2 days out from it expiring.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I kept it prepared.
Oh, sweet, thanks. Cool.
Oh, sweet.
Sweet, so back to 10. It's 10 days, right?
Terrence?
For a gentle repose?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1 second. Gentle repose. Second level. Extends the time. Yes, 10 days. Duration 10 days.
Sweet, alright. Awesome, thank you, appreciate it.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with the blood yet, but, but it's still good.
Good job. Okay, as you guys travel another half day, you get to, you travel through another village, you travel through, oh, never mind. You travel down the Dillenbeer Road, and at the end of the road, you come to a village called Succumber. You see this small town built over what look to be ruins of some ancient kingdom. There's a small clan of dwarves that work here, and I'll go into further detail in a second, but your angel will stop you and say, "Where to now? For there are 2 roads to take, and possibly a third." And he won't work with you, he's not the navigator here. So Ciela, you will know that there are 3 routes you can take now. So as you've gotten to Succumber here, I believe, that is the wrong button. Yep, you know you have 3 routes. You could either head south and continue to follow the road down to a village in the south called Jolkin, and then take canoes down the river and make your way to Daggerford, which you have been to before making your way north to Waterdeep. So basically it would be, you would do this. You would go down the road to this village, you would purchase probably canoes or rafts or something, travel down the river to make your way to Daggerford, where you've been before. That's where you, I believe, met Gemna Gleamsilver. And then travel north to Waterdeep. So that's one route. The other route, which the angel is actually going to recommend, is going to say, if you take the road north, it is the long way. However, there will be a most important stop along the road. If you travel north, you will come to the city of Goldenfields, the center of worship to Chantia in these lands. I am sure the goddess would see this well. So that would be kind of the journey there. You stop in Goldenfields and then you travel south down to Waterdeep.
And how many days is that?
And just really quickly, a third is this: you just cross the fields and then through the forest, and then you get there. So I'll tell you the distances. Here we go. So you can know your route. If you travel south to Daggerford and then up into Waterdeep, that would be 223 miles to complete your journey. And that's if you go south to the north, traveling east. If you go north, all the way up to Golden Fields, and then down to Waterdeep, it is 299 miles. So you're adding maybe like 2 days to the journey, basically. But then if you cross the fields and just go right through the land and go straight as the bird flies to Waterdeep, that's about 200 miles, probably a little bit more.
We can surely go to Golden Fields after we drop off our prisoner, couldn't we?
A couple days travel from Waterdeep, it's possible.
Would that be okay, Terrence?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
we should
I made a
really drop this guy off and not risk it, then take the risk and pay our respects to Chantia after.
I don't know. Ethos has been so cool that maybe we should listen to him.
He doesn't do that, that's ridiculous.
Do you want to take that risk?
You might get his support for longer.
I mean, it's really not that much of a risk as long as Ethos is watching over us.
Okay.
Well, I'll turn to Ethos and ask, would you like to visit Golden Fields?
He looks at you deeply, and he says, "For my realm is Elysium. My realm is the kingdom of Chantia herself. It is my job to protect you, Terrence, but I see into your heart that you desire to go to this most holy place of Chantia. I'm sure you would honor her in your going there."
Okay, I will definitely find my way there. But right now I cannot be distracted.
Indeed, your ranger speaks wisdom. You have an objective, one that means to protect all the lands that Chantia values. Very well. Onward then. So you guys mean to travel, so you're leaving Golden Fields out of the equation. Do you want to travel through the wilds to get to Waterdeep, or do you want to take the roads south and then north?
Let's go cross country.
All right, a little cross-country action, fantastic. Yeah, we're getting real bold now that we have a gladiator. Yeah, that's pretty good, huh? Okay. So that is going to be boop, and then boop, and you guys will get there pretty quick. Okay, let's see how that goes. As we travel across the lands. Day goes by without issue. You all go to sleep that night.
And you get 2 more hours.
Yep, you get 2 more hours. Oh, very cool. You all awaken in the night to the sounds of battle. And you all sort of waken and like grab your stuff and grab your swords. And you are going to see... I'm just going to check the threat range here because I want to see if he can handle this. I'm sure he can. He's fucking awesome. But I'm going to check out anyway. So I want to see if the challenge he's facing would be too much or if he would handle it without issue.
We must be asking too much of him.
Okay, let me see. That would be 11,200. You wake up to see the Planetars singularly fighting. You untie. The ones with like the short swords and like the snake heads. And he will not use his wings as he interposes himself between all of you and your camp. And he battles ferociously. And yeah, he'll kick the shit out of them. They all charge him in a line, and then he like, he does that cool thing that Blade does where he like touches the tip of the ground with the edge of his sword and kind of like creates a line as if to say no further. And as he does that, he like steps back 3 paces, and then suddenly like a wall of blades springs up from the ground itself, and they like run into it, and it starts ripping through them. A couple of them like back off, and then he like jumps over the walls. It dismisses. You get to see him sort of come down and like cleave and just like tear them apart. He's a complete warrior menace and just tears apart like 8 young Thai monsters.
Majestically brutal.
Oh, majestic, yes, absolutely majestically brutal. And he kills them all, and then plants his sword in the earth and says, Trontia, I send this to your realm. May it feed the land. May this be a host for your good grace. And then draws the blood and sort of does the like samurai thing across the arm. And yeah, you guys are safe for the night.
Sick.
Sweet! And then you like go back to bed. But you get to witness the brutality of the Planetar as he protects you.
Nature's brutal.
Nature's brutal. It's true. Your next day goes by just fine. As you travel into your second day, you will camp along the side of the road. You will wake up in the night again as you are attacked by a number of gnolls. And the Planetar, as they're running towards him, Planetar says, for even the insects must feast. And he'll cast Insect Plague, and a swarm of locusts will descend upon him, and on them they, as like these insects just like tear and rip them apart, and as what few can run out, he just puts down whoever remains, and once more is like, I send you this to your soils, good lady of the hearth. And he will be really cool. Okay, that's day 3. Moving right along. Oh my god, on the road you guys get attacked. Oh no, you don't. You guys come upon a wooden shrine again. Does anyone want to do anything with that, or do you guys just travel on the road?
I would like to see what I know about the shrine.
Religion check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, natural 1 for 6.
Nice.
No
Got
idea.
a 15.
17.
You don't know.
18.
18, you don't know.
Oh, 17, I don't know.
No, you don't know. None of you know.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I've never heard of this god before. Weird.
If there's one thing I know about shrines, you probably shouldn't mess with it.
Okay.
Mhm.
You travel up the road. Eventually, you guys are going to come to a village. And this village is called Jolkin. And as you get to Jolkin, I'll tell you a little about it real quick. You come to Jolkin, which is another hamlet on the road. And yeah, they are a nice little settlement. Lo and behold, they worship Chantia as their primary deity.
What
They
are the
welcome-
odds? It was fate.
Well, yeah, especially you, Terrence. They welcome you in, and they provide you and your food, you and your party, food for the day from a place called the Jester's Pride Inn, which is actually very, very nice. And yeah, they provide you some food. They tell you on the morrow they will provide you with means to travel down the river.
Oh, really?
Yeah. As you wake the next morning, they provide you all with essentially a river ferry that is operated by a small halfling family. And they just sort of take you down the river. Travel down the river. Nothing bad happens.
Can I go fishing?
Yeah, maybe a little,
This is another day.
maybe a little wisdom saving throw.
Can I use control water to help propel us?
How
16.
long does that last for? 16. I'll get to you in a second. How long does that last for?
Let me check. 10 minutes.
Okay, not really. Sorry.
Nah, okay.
Yeah,
It's worth a try.
worth a try. You can, but it's only going to be a very temporary boost. It doesn't really get you too far.
It's still good to keep in my back pocket.
Certainly. What'd you get, Cielo?
16.
16. What's your wisdom mod?
+3.
3. You catch enough fish to provide the day's worth of meal for 8 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give
Yeah.
fish to Helios.
Nice. Helios happily eats a fish. They're really stunned by your griffin, Aravir. I imagine that alligator style, Laragoth is just in the water behind, just following from a couple 100 feet off. You travel down the river, it's no big issue. Honestly, at this point, I'm not even gonna really roll any random encounters because if anything else happens on the road, Ethios just scourges it from the earth.
And since we all eat in the morning, I'm gonna give the rest of the fish to the halfling family who helped us.
Yeah, and they go, oh, thanks, you want to hear a tune? And they pull out a banjo and they play a little banjo tune for you and beat their feet across the ground and just sort of
Nice.
have a real cheery, nice little time on the water. It's
Does
nice.
Shroud plays lute? Or
Yeah, the Shroud plays the
I'm sorry, what?
Shroud
play?
plays their lute.
Oh, Shrub.
I mean, sure, they can't, but sure.
Are you proficient with lute?
No,
Yeah, make me a performance check at disadvantage.
they try their damnedest. All right, well, there's that. Okay, so that's a 4.
Yeah, Shroud's like, bing, 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 bing.
Correct.
And they're all trying to jam with it, but it's kind of really,
It's a little avant-garde for me.
yeah, they're a little all right, good job, yeah. They don't know how to play with that. But you guys travel another 2 days down the river without any more issues. Yeah, I'm just going to narrate the travel at this point.
2 days?
Yeah, 2 days, you have 4 more hours.
Can I add 2 hours to my bomb then? Because I just got.
Sure.
We have cheap chalk.
Yeah,
I made chalk.
good job. And at last, you guys the river ferry pulls off to the side of the river around halfway through the 5th day of your travel since Succumber, and you pull into a harbor at a familiar walled city known as Daggerford. You've been here before. Long ago, several months ago, you came here during your expedition north while you were infiltrating the dragon cult, or at least tracking them. And so here you are at Daggerford. Yeah, you guys can maybe spend the night here, which would be a nice time to bed down a little bit in more comfort and certainly more protected places. And then shortly after, you could get yourselves back on the road and travel 100 miles to Waterdeep up the road, which on your horses would take 2 more days. You travel for 2 more days until you come to the edge of Waterdeep, in which your stout guardian protector, who would have protected you a couple more times along the road undoubtedly, would appear before you and say, "And so here we are, in the City of Splendor. My oath, my duty to you, Terrence, is fulfilled. You have made it to safety.
Thank you, Ethos.
I will see you again.
I will see you again, Terrence, when we will welcome you once more with open arms, my friend. Tontia, Eda watches over you. Later, Airbnb, what's going on? Yeah. Catch you later." A massive green gate will appear behind him. Golden and green leaves will sort of gently float through the portal. A little ray of like golden light will sort of hit your face, Terrence, and you remember Elysium, and you know through that gate that he walks us back to that place of paradise that you turned your back on long ago.
Ooh.
And he will sort of fold his wings around him and sort of step back into the gates and vanish back into Elysium.
So cool. Can I like get a glimpse of Elysium as he's going through it?
Make a perception check.
You can't go back, man.
Yeah, you can.
Oh no.
14.
14. Yeah, you peer past him at the last minute as his wings fold around him and sort of unblock the entirety of it. And you look past him and you can just barely glimpse the great verdant trees, the long flowing rivers, the golden fields of grain, vast and unending. You maybe hear maybe just at the edge of your hearing, you hear sort of the I lost my train of thought. The laughter of children that was ever present in Elysium, and you sort of view that divine realm that was once yours, perhaps for the last time, the second to last time. Someday. Terrence wants for his end, undead. In fairness, I mean, it was paradise. Okay, fair enough. And you have all returned to Waterdeep. You made it back to the big city.
Yay.
You guys march through the city. At this point, I think Lyragoth is like allowed in the city at this point,
Yep.
and people kind of are starting to know the name of Dragonsbane, and as long as Lyragoth doesn't need any children, like you'll probably be okay. And you guys wander back into the city. Fuck, I wasn't tracking any of those days, but that's okay. I know the route, so I can.
Oh, I can tell you because I did ours for all of them. Oh, not all of them though. Sorry.
It's all.
I think there was 3 days before
Before I started.
when we first started going.
Yep, it was 3.
It's all good.
Day 4 is when we had Ethos.
It's okay. I can just track my path backwards to where you guys all started. 640 miles. We'll round that up to 650. So you guys traveled for 13 and a half days. Actually, we're going to round that up to 14 because you guys slept in Dryperford. So that was 14 days of travel. Okay, you make it back. Where are you going first? You've got Verum the White. Do you want to go find a place to lock him up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do it.
Were you going Castle Waterdeep, perhaps?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way to Castle Waterdeep, and you know that you can definitely probably see some members of the Council of Waterdeep there, if you had a mind to. As you know, the Council of Waterdeep is an ongoing event. People aren't just like going back and forth. You know, they're probably staying here as long-term guests of the Open Lord. So you make your way back. You see the many politics here, and yeah, as you ride back into town, I don't know how they know, but I imagine that they do. You sort of ride back in, everyone's like, yeah, Dragonsbane, woo! as like the crowd sort of celebrate your return. You did warn them that you were coming, and probably people maybe been on alert for your return. And as you enter back into Waterdeep, there's raucous celebration throughout the streets. Children are like throwing fruit at Verum as he's like walking behind you guys, maybe on a rope, and he's like, oh fuck. And they're like, hey, why did you kill me? And people are like screaming and crying, and maybe one person runs up and tries to like punch him in the face, and then a guard is like, no, and pushes them back. And Barum's appearance here definitely brings about great anger, but it is definitely shown up by the love that you all receive for your great victories. You get to Castle Waterdeep. And I think like one of the city guards, one of the city guard captains will sort of come to you all with a contingent of about 10 guards. And he'll say, well done, Dragonsbane. I have been commanded to await your return. If you wish to hand Verum the White over to me, I will ensure that he is secure in the stockades, and that he may not be allowed to grace the halls of Castle Waterdeep.
Very well.
Grace the halls, I mean, taint the halls. Anyway,
Don't hurt him, just lock him up.
Very well, it's your command. He says, come here, you scum. And he'll grab his rope, and they will, like, these 10 guards will form around him and be like, bye, I guess. Put in a good word for me if you care to, I guess. I don't know. And he'll, covered in, like, tomatoes and fucking, yeah.
We'll tell them you have been cooperative.
Appreciate it.
Does the guard who came up and met us appear to be being honest? Is he really the guard?
Maybe an insight check.
Ooh.
Very interesting.
Very clever, very clever.
Oh no, I got a 12.
Can I also do an investigation check?
You can make me an insight check.
Insight? Okay. You would use insight just because you know it's my lowest number.
Let me ask
mine's also a 12.
okay,
Oh wait, sorry,
okay.
14. I thought that was a plus -1, but it's +1.
Got it. Let me ask you.
16.
Okay, let me ask you something. Would you have thought to have rolled this check if Sabrosa hadn't brought it up?
Actually, I was kind of thinking about it.
It seems
like,
kind of suspicious.
Yeah, why would they come up to us? Why wouldn't they wait till us getting inside the courthouse?
Fair enough. What did you guys roll on your insights?
16.
14.
Like, can I roll one?
Yep.
All right.
I would not have thought of such a thing.
23.
23. That's a lot of rolls. I'll say 23 star. Like all of you are like fairly uncertain. You're like, I don't know. Like, is this guy like lying? Like, what's his deal? Star, you.
No. I got 13, so
Terrence.
14. Terrence got 23.
For Terrence, all of you are like, I'm not sure about this guy. I don't know, and you're kind of uncertain whether to trust or not. But Terrence, you hear this man's words, and you hear a genuine passion in his voice too, and a genuine pride to be able to like take this man in on your behalf. You get the sense that this is an honorable man.
No, I think he's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he said that? Okay.
I'll trust you, Terrence.
Lock him up, but make sure he comes to no harm.
And he nods and says, very well, and they will indeed knock him up, or lock him up, not knock him up.
Oh no, that's not what I said. Oh.
You will not get pregnant today, don't worry. So yeah, they will put him behind bars. No problem there. But yeah, so I just for the sake of flavor, they do like meet you at like the foyer and they take him to the dungeons of Castle Waterdeep. Okay, sweet. You find yourselves at Castle Waterdeep. Is there anyone you want to do? Well, I don't know what's going on with me today. I can't speak. Is there anything you want to do? Is there anyone you wish to speak to here as, as members of the Council of Waterdeep? Sabrosa, I think in your knowledge you would know that Ramalia Haventry is a high harper on the Council of Waterdeep, and she resides in the castle here. There's also another harper here by the name of Master Leosin Erlanthar, who is another high-ranking, not as high as her, but a high-ranking harper. If you wanted to report in your findings and your, now that you've been exposed, if you wanted to report those in, those two people would be here.
I do.
Okay. So Sabrosa, you find your way in, you flash your pin, they let you through. Is there anybody, yeah?
Could I go with Sabrosa? If you, would you mind if I tag along? I'm also Harper and would love to also relate.
Oh, certainly. Have you met them?
I have met them. I'd love to make introductions. Master Leosin and I traveled on the roads for years together, in fact.
Oh, fantastic. That'll make things even more comfortable. I've never met either of one, so yes, I'd appreciate the introduction.
Excellent.
All right. As you find your ways into the hall, and just so you know, Sabrosa, if you ever wanted to do a little search in the
Yeah.
Facebook chat, both of these two people have handouts that you can look at if you want to see
Okay.
what appearances are like. But yes, you are going to come upon Ramalia Haventry and Leosin Erlanthar as you step, probably for the first time, despite your level of skill, probably for the first time into Castle Waterdeep, the center of the Lord's Alliance on the Sword Coast. And Erebir will go too. And you walk and rub shoulders with probably many important people, and eventually come upon these two individuals who are both, their minis are both fairly accurate to what they look like. You see this half-elven woman, Ramalia Haventry, who is in a gorgeous elvish white dress, beautiful lady of Waterdeep, who you, I'm just going to give it to you for free, you know that she's been at the center of a humongous, not a scandal, but a certainly large news story. Her husband was recently killed and assassinated by the Cult of the Dragon, which
Oh,
great deal of anger towards the Cult of the Dragon, as he was a very popular man. And now you don't know about how she's doing or what her thing is, but she sits on the Council of Waterdeep, and her husband was assassinated by them just recently. You know less about Leosin. He is just kind of a harper that you've heard of, that he's here. And Erebir, you can approach and introduce them if you wish.
Yeah, I will make introductions to both.
Excellent. Master Leosin will bow down. You sense that he is a monk, and he'll say, "Pleasure to meet you, Sabrosa, fellow harper. Good to meet you. And indeed, may I present my colleague and certainly my superior, Lady Ramalia Haventry of Waterdeep." And she'll sort of gracefully bow the head and say, "Sabrosa, I think I might have very subtly heard tales of your exploits."
she'll smile softly and bow her head and say, "It's a pleasure to meet you both."
Excellent. And Lady Haventry will say, I admit, Harper Sabrosa, I had thought you to be undercover.
Oh, I was. I recently decided that as I may be intersecting paths with the Dragon's Bane group, that perhaps they could use a little company.
I see. And so you abandoned your post, is that correct?
Oh,
I
I'm
would.
afraid I'm afraid things in the East work a little bit differently. I'm not really generally assigned a post. I'm more of an independent operative.
I see. I see.
And I wouldn't call it abandoned either. You see, she came to our aid during a great battle.
I see. Came to your aid in the great battle. As I was to understand that you were undercover here and there in the dragon cult, did something happen?
No, I as a undercover for the Dragon Cult, I was traveling with Verum the White, who we brought in just today, in fact, And we were looking for the mask, but he doesn't have it anymore. Apparently, it's been returned to the Dragon Cult itself. But I was traveling with him. We were taken prisoner, and at that point, I realized that I would be intersecting with this wonderful group.
I see. How interesting. Well, quite a tale. And she'll hear, maybe they'll go into talking and hear about, like, so you captured Verum the White, incredible, and just sort of hear about this. Romalia Haventry will say, well, I think it is easy to say then, as my authority as High Harper, I would like to promote both of you within the Harper ranks, if you are amenable to a higher rank.
Oh, well, it certainly doesn't sound like it could hurt.
She'll look at you, Eravir, and say, Eravir, and I never told you this, but your rank was Watcher. You were like a Harper Watcher, which is the lowest rank.
Okay.
You say, I'm going to elevate you up 2 ranks for all of your duties, along with you as well, Sombrosa. So from here forth, you within the Harper ranks shall be known as the Bright Candles.
Bright Candles.
And you two know this to be like the 3rd out of 5 ranks.
Oh. Well, that is quite the honor. Thank you very much.
Of course. And thank you very much for all the work that you two have done.
Romalia, I think it would be appropriate to call the council together. We have much to share regarding Verum the White.
Indeed. I am... and Leosin will take over and says, from what I understand, the council has been spread to various duties. They are working hard to conduct their affairs in various different ways. I've spoken to the Open Lord, and as King Malandrock relayed your success, they do not believe now is the right time to assemble the council. They wish to wait until such a time as you have recovered more information regarding the Dracorn. Once you have investigated that, the Open Lord has suggested then we should call the Harpers together. Or the council together.
Yeah, understood. That's perfectly reasonable, and we'll set out to investigate the Dracorn as soon as possible. I am curious, what are the other factions doing to aid our cause?
Romalia will say, well, admittedly, the Harpers, if I do say so myself, are at the forefront of aiding against the situation. Not to be too patting myself on the back here, but the Harpers have taken to the head of achieving their means. Admittedly, most of the factions have seen to themselves. The Zentrum will not lift a finger until they receive money. The Lord's Alliance, they have simply been working on securing their own borders and ensuring that the dragon cults are being snuffed out wherever they are in various cities. For example, the Open Lord ensures that no dragon cult infiltrators are allowed within the city of Waterdeep and Neverwinter and so on. The Emerald Enclave watches the wilds and scouts out evil dragons that they believe to be here and there, and the Order of the Gauntlet, as always, seeks out evil to perish. The Lord's Alliance is more on the defense, whereas the Emerald Enclave, the Harpers, and the Order of the Gauntlet are on the offense. We Harpers, of course, functioning more as information gatherers than actual attackers.
That's good to know, and thank you for your time today.
Of course. Have faith. With all of your work and all of the duties that you are performing on behalf of the Council, perhaps we may all just be joined in common cause. We brought the giants in, no small feat.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, and have yourself a good day.
You as well. And pleasantries are had, and all of you sort of bow and whatnot, and you can all go in your separate ways. Alright, incredible. Fantastic. As you travel in various ways, I think you guys sort of begin to make your way towards the gate of Castle Waterdeep, and Master Leosin is going to catch up with you two. And he is going to say, before you go,
Yes.
I thought it worthy that individuals of your rank receive a certain reward. You have achieved much within our ranks. Would you be willing to receive such an award?
Of course.
He will produce 2 beautiful rings. One has a yellow gemstone and the other is a green gemstone. And he says, these are rings of resistance, of acid and poison. I present these to you two, and you may decide amongst you which wants what.
Mr. Burst looks over at Aravir and says, please feel free to take your pick. I run into both about equally as often.
I happen to have resistance of acid on me, so I'll take the ring of poison resistance.
All right. If that's the case, Aravir, you may add a ring of poison resistance to your inventory, and Sabrosa, you may do the same except for acid.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Incredible. That's what you get for being part of a faction. Sweet. So,
Oh wait, it requires attunement?
it does require attunement.
Can I...
So you guys can, yeah.
Can I, before he departs, I'd like to just speak to him for a second.
Yes, of course. And he'll take you aside and say, what can I do for you, Sabrosa?
I'd admit I've just now come this far west. I'd been spending most of my time east. My understanding was that the Lady Ramalia lost her husband and that it was quite the public tragedy. Could you tell me how is she holding up?
Well, I admire the lady's resolve. She maintains herself, her disposition, and her duties with great skill. I know that she is the most motivated of all on the council to see what's done, as she's been most personally affected in tragedy by the Dragon Cult's activities. She desires, I think, revenge against them, and it fuels her to work harder.
Does someone look in on her, ensure her well-being, that sort of thing? I'm sure she could use some support.
She has children, though I admit I have not asked after them. They might be close or far, I do not know. I admit I do not know the Lady Ramalia Haventry well enough that I would consider myself to be able to broach such a sensitive topic. I admit I am not certain.
Oh, sure, I understand. So your impression then has been that in regards to her professional position, she's been most motivated by the occurrences.
Yes, her motivation is she's intense. Like I said, I know she has 2 children, but I do not know if they are here in Waterdeep or afar. I thought I've had enough to do. I haven't really thought of that. I think people deal with grief in different ways, and some people throw themselves into their work, and I believe she is doing a similar thing in the essence of vengeance for her husband. But
Certainly.
at least on the exterior, and at least showing in her work, she is staying on top of things, and she remains well ahead of her etiquette at court.
Perfectly natural. I'm glad to hear that she's found a constructive way to grieve.
I worry, though. People go through that kind of grief, and they don't take a minute to sit down, they might just explode. But I worry for her, but I wouldn't call myself friend enough to broach the subject.
I understand. Well, sometimes being a professional colleague is just about the right amount of support that a person can need in a time of emotional distress.
Fair enough. You are wise to these things, it seems, Rosa. Perhaps maybe you might try your hand, drawing closer to her and seeing if she is all right. Who knows? During your time in Waterdeep?
I just may do that while I'm in the city. Thank you.
Very well. And he will bow to you most respectfully as a monk would, and he will depart. Alrighty then. Circling around to Shroud, Star, Terrence, and Ciela, is there anything that you guys would like to do around Castle Waterdeep?
I'd like to check in with the Emerald Enclave if anybody is in the city.
Indeed, looking most bored, you'll see Delam sort of kind of like rolling, I don't know, like a mug back and forth, like an empty mug back and forth. Just looking like incredibly bored. And you approach Delam, he sort of stands up and says, Ciela, you've returned to the city. You were successful.
Yes, we captured Barum, the White.
Good.
He's in the barracks right now, and he's actually very cooperative towards us, because if he goes back to the dragon cult, they'll kill him.
That is good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Such evil be brought to the end, brought to its knees. We could learn much. Bringing him back alive is most impressive.
Yes. Well, it was he was probably gonna die if we were any later. He was captured by the snake people.
Are you on time?
Yes. And they are up to something, but we had to get away with him, or they would have killed him.
Well, alive or dead, I'm sure the council would be impressed, but bringing him back alive, certainly so. Well done. Well done indeed.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. That's all I have really to report. I mean, we fought a lot of undead stuff, and we hate that place, and we never want to go back ever again.
I admit, between me and you, I think as much as I am glad to hear that you brought him back and information can be had, I don't know if my colleagues would agree. We're naturalists, survivalists, barbarians, and druids, and, well, sometimes our passions are driven. So
Yes.
I'm sure the rest of the council will be most happy to hear of this.
Is there anything we can do to improve relations?
It's not so much about relations as it is about what defines our actions.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine, your time with the Dracorn, I imagine there will be other opportunities to earn the favor of the Emerald Enclave. Just keep in mind what we represent.
Of course. And I have been.
I know you have. Well done.
Thank you.
And he is going to say to you, he says to you, by the way, before you leave, might I inquire about your rank amongst the Emerald Enclave?
I am a spring warden, I think it was called.
Springborn.
Yes.
Well, I think no longer. From hereforth you shall be known as the Autumn Reaver.
Autumn Reaver. I
Yes.
accept.
A third rank within our ranks, and, well, I know you deserve it.
Thank you.
He says, I would give this to you, and he will produce from his pack a cloak, a long green cloak,
Okay.
that you have seen many a time on rangers. And he'll present it to you, and he'll say, "This is a cloak of elven kind.
Okay.
If you wish for it, it is yours, and may it serve you while you make your way about the wilds."
I accept with grace.
He'll
I appreciate this.
bow the head to you and say, "Well, if there's nothing else, I have a cup to roll back and forth while I wait for anything to happen around here."
All right. If you ever want to go on a hunt, let me know.
Yes, I mean, if you have time, that would be, yes.
Yeah, I hunt quite often, so it'd be nice to have another ranger along with me.
Excellent. Simply let me know when you have time, and I will be happy to accompany you.
Excellent.
There you go.
Thank
There
you.
you
Have a good night.
Yeah, and you can part ways. Who else? Terrence, Shroud, Stars, or anyone you guys want to talk to around? Yes, Terrence. Muted.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet up with Onthar.
Hell yeah. Yep, you find Anthar, and he goes, "Terrence, my boy!" And he'll pat you on the shoulder and sort of like put a mug of ale in your hand and smile brightly and say, "I hear you've had victory on the road. You've brought back that scallywag, Varen."
Yeah, it was a total success.
Total success, brothers. Hear that? And the Order of the Gauntlet sort of the various members there raise their glasses, and he will grab his own. He'll like sort of cheers you rather aggressively, take a swig, and say, "Then here's to you, Terrence. You've done well, my boy. You've done well."
Thank you. It means a lot coming from you.
"Oh, nonsense. Come, sit. Tell us of your tales and deeds." And he will say, "The capturing of Verum no doubt will bring great approval among the ranks of the Order of the Gauntlet. Impressed they will be, no doubt."
Yeah, he was surprisingly easy to capture. Didn't put up a fight at all. He was actually a prisoner himself when we found him. He was going to be sacrificed to the Yanti snake god.
And out of the fire and into the frying pan.
Yeah, well, at least he's got a few more days living now that we're in custody of him.
I suppose we'll see what the open lord has planned for him. Maybe you'll let him live if he's cooperative enough.
Well, he's certainly trying to be.
Weasel. No integrity. Not willing to stand by his comrades. Not that I am unhappy to have an informer for us to scavenge from. Now, Terrence, I must once again ask and even insist about your joining of the Order of the Gauntlet. You have done great deeds for the land, and it is simply unbearable to know that a cleric of such proficiency and skill and divine grace such as yourself wanders the lands without the support of us great crusaders.
You know, of course, my allegiance and priority is to the Earth Mother above all else.
Of course.
But assuming Chantia's goals and the Gauntlet's goals align, I accept your offer.
He looks and he looks around. And he goes, "It's joy!" And they all like, "Yeah!" And they all sort of like pat your back and rattle you around. And they go, "Here, Terrence joins the Order of the Gauntlet this day!" And everyone's yeah in the hall, and people kind of turn around. And they're like, "What is their problem?" But people do like applaud like other nobles and whatever walking around. And they're like, "Let us see 3 huzzahs for Terrence!" And they're like, "Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!" And he will say, "Good." And after he calms down after about 20 minutes, he goes, "Okay." He goes, he's a little drunk too. He's like, "All right, Terrence, hear me now. You join us, and this is a good thing. You shall be known as a cheval. That shall be your rank within the Order of the Gauntlet. And as you achieve more great things, you will rise in the ranks, quick as can be, I have no doubt."
The Cheval?
A cheval.
Cheval.
That's right. Chevall. We've been trying to talk to, the righteous hands have been trying to get it changed to Chevalier for a while. At least that way it sounds like something that already exists, but they can't agree on anything. So
regardless, I'll wear the title with pride.
Ah! And they all applaud. And he will take from his pocket, he says, "I've been holding on to this for you for some time now." And he will produce from his pocket an insignia, a silver pendant depicting the blade of retribution that is held by the Gauntlet of Justice. So it is like a beautiful pendant that just has like this like long silver blade as like the central pendant. And he'll hand it to you and say, "Hold this! And as long as you hold this, the Order of Gauntlet will know you as them."
I will protect it with my life.
It is not the pendant that is important. It is you, Terrence. You and your good faith and your deeds upon the land. Smite evil wherever it is found, for I'm sure as much as Tyr deems it worthy, and Torm deems it so, as does Chantia, no doubt.
I'll raise my mug and say, to the Gauntlet.
He goes, turn the gauntlet stronger now that Terrence is here! And everyone says, huzzah! And they all cheer raucously and celebrate. I have no doubt that the whole party hears the very loud celebrations of Anthar and Terrence is joining.
Yes, indeed. I will join them. I was
He kind of like, ah! And he like pulls you in. He's like, ah! He's like, he wants this to be here. He goes, so my boy, are we gonna go drinking tonight? Huh? Celebrate your joining?
Yes, before I go out and party, I have to go tend to my flock. But yes, I will find my way out this evening.
A finer cleric there are far and few between, Terence. Good, tend to your flock, and then we will tend to yours. Ha ha! And yeah, you can yeah, they will come and disturb you this evening later on.
Okay.
You're good. Okay, fantastic. What about Star or Shroud? Anyone you guys want to talk to?
I think I would go back to the villa and actually just talk to the dwarves there that I brought over by my buddies and see how they're doing.
Yeah, okay, so we'll say that if there's nothing else, if Shroud doesn't have anything they want to do in the castle, yeah, you guys can make your way to your estate. Would you bring Sabrosa along with you?
Yes,
Okay.
I would hope.
Yeah, sure. You grab Sabrosa and you drag her to your estate. It still hasn't received a name yet. This just your estate, which I'm sure drives many Waterdeep officials insane. But you're very busy people, so okay.
We
You
haven't
make
even stayed here for more than 2 nights.
Yeah, well, it's still yours. You find the Macaw's dwarves. They welcome you in with honor. They shatter their shields and they'll speak in Dwarvish and they'll basically say, "Welcome, heroes, welcome!" And they'll sort of slam their shields in happiness. Your personal guard, the dwarves. So, Brosa, you'll enter into this large estate that this party seems to own. There are very well-armored, staunch northern dwarves guarding this place, and I'm happy to see them return. And as you enter within, you are surprised to see that there's a great deal of Greenland here. There are like various fields that are being tended to, and as you walk in, they like stop working and kind of run over and jump and celebrate and clap and celebrate all of your return. And you guys, I think at this point, let me see here. There were 14 days. Oh, it's still being built, unfortunate. But you will see that the chapel, the tavern, and the stables that you had commissioned are about halfway done, a little more so even. They're well on their way to completion.
Been gone for what, like a month?
I can find out for you if you want.
Well, you just traveled 13 days.
Yeah, you just traveled 13 days. You guys have been gone for...
And we looked at 13
oh,
days.
I wrote 30 as in 30 days, not as in the 30th. Okay, hang on. You left on the 24th, it is the 9th, and then you traveled 4 more days. 23. So yes, not quite done, but actually it'll be done tomorrow.
Oh,
It'll be done tomorrow.
convenient.
Yeah, how convenient, right? Yeah, they celebrate and... Sorry?
Oh, just in time for us to leave.
Yeah, I guess, well, you hang out for a day and keep an eye on things, take a look at them, but whatever. But yeah, you guys return, you see your flock, the field master, Wallace Green, will come to you, Terrence, and tell you that things are progressing well, your blessings you've placed upon the land have ensured that everything is growing. The priestess you hired, Sister of the Earth, Helen Wally, tells you that things are going very well, that she is doing everything she can to prepare for the altars rising, and she has to do just like last rites tonight, and it'll be done tomorrow. There's someone else here that's really important. He was like your steward. Yes, Steward Marco Sterling it welcomes you all home to your estate, tells you things are going well, and gives you the thumbs up, and sort of welcomes you in, says he'll run a bath for various individuals. He says that he'll have one of the homes set up for Sabrosa. And yeah, things are running very well here at your estate. He will say, I'm forced to once again inform you all, or request from you all, that a name be given to the estate for the sake of the records of the city. When at your leisure, of course, I simply am a messenger. But please, take some rest. Welcome home.
So everyone has their own residences, is that correct?
Do we have our own buildings, or do we just?
We live in the big house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we-
guys all live in the big house together. In the
Oh,
manor.
I see. Okay. So it's more of rooms. Each person has a room, a private space.
Yes. I mean, we do collectively own this whole estate.
Wow, this is very impressive.
Thank you.
Now, only if we could stay here for more than just 2 or 3 nights and actually enjoy it.
Yeah, why are you laughing? Okay. But yes, things are running quite well in your estate. And yeah.
Can I purchase more inks and papers from the city?
Yeah, go right ahead. As much
Just
as you want.
much as I want.
Yeah, as much as you want.
Let's hammer down a name for what this place should be.
Yeah, this has been going on far too long.
Well, if you want to do anything safe, we could always just do Dragon's Bane.
I like that. Be
Sorry, what was
Dragon's
that?
Bane Acres.
Dragon Base.
Dragon's Bane Acres is cool.
Mm-hmm. I like
Yeah.
that.
What about the Dragon's Den?
I feel like that's the name of the building that we stay in.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Yep. And then just Dragon Fields for all the grass.
Yeah, it's called Dragon's Bane, the house is called Dragon's Den, horses are called Dragon's Fields, church is called Dragon Altar,
These are our dragon's horses.
Dragon Horses, Dragon Griffin.
The Bane's altar. Actually, I like that one better.
Ooh.
Bane is a very evil god in this world.
Oh, never mind.
I wouldn't go running around saying that. I'm sure Bane's like the god of tyranny or something like that, so.
Alright.
That'd be very, like, oh yeah, we got a Bane's altar at our place. They'd be like, oh, yeah, we worship
Do the cross.
gods. Hold their pearls. That's like saying like you worship.
Pearl clutchers.
All right, so you guys want to name it Dragonfield Acres or Dragon's Bane Acres or something like that?
Yeah.
Dragon Fields is good.
Dragonfields? The Dragonfields estate? Alright. And so it is, the Dragonfields estate, and your steward looks very, I hope I spelled that right. Probably not.
Yeah.
Cool, I did. Awesome. I did the thing that felt wrong, and it worked. Yeah, and he is very happy. He says, excellent, I can now go finish off the paperwork for the estate. Thank you very much. And he'll very happily run off to complete the paperwork for the estate.
Dragon's Light Chapel.
Ooh, that's good. I'll get a sign commissioned.
For the temple.
Star knows how to make wooden stuff.
Or
Maybe
chapel.
some dark
Yeah,
wood.
I do know how to craft some stuff. And we have like a place to craft things, maybe?
You've got magical paint supplies.
This is true. I have magical paint supplies. I have wood crafting items. Very good with carpenting tools. So yeah, put me to work.
How's your armor
Get
holding
some
up,
of my
Star?
dwarven friends to help.
Need your armor
All right.
fixed, Star?
Hmm?
You need your armor fixed?
Don't think so. Wait,
From
Do you
getting
have to get
carved by
armor
those dudes?
I don't think I need my armor fixed. There's a thing that your armor breaks.
I can fix it. I work with leather.
No, I don't think my armor's broken in any way.
I like Ciela gaslighting Star so she can like work on your armor.
Alright.
Like,
No, your armor's definitely broken. It's like, no, like, it's definitely not. It's like, no, it's broken, give it to me. It's like, what?
I'm like thinking, wait, is this game got like broken mechanics? I hate
No,
that.
no, I just thought that with those guys, in their those demon guys and the way they ripped and tore flesh, I don't know if it got your armor or not, but if it's
Oh, I
fine,
don't,
that's fine.
I don't think so. No,
Okay.
nothing got harmed.
If they got Scar's armor, they would have got all of your armor. And I don't know, like I think technically you're supposed to play the game by the idea that like armor gets damaged, but I only do that in special circumstances.
Yeah.
It makes sense. But no, my arm is fine. It's fine. I'm gonna go build this sign.
Okay.
Wait, how am I gonna build this sign?
So when do we plan to leave to investigate the Dracoin? How much time in Waterdeep do we have?
Still, you know you need to go procure a ship to travel north on before you guys can do that. So
Okay.
at least an evening.
What time is it?
Got here about halfway through the day. I'll say it's getting to be evening, about evening time. Sunsetting.
I'd say let's take a day, enjoy being back in town, and once we get any errands that we need to run while we're in town done, then we can leave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go for a hunt. Like a proper, not getting back here in an hour hunt. So.
Are you gonna procure the ship for us?
Hmm?
Are you going to procure the ship for us?
I could do that too.
I mean, it makes sense for you to do it, but
Yeah,
I could
no, I could find. I'm sure I can dig up somebody with a good ship.
Mm.
Yeah, I know how to negotiate with them fucking sailors, cocksuckers.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And Cielo will do that in the morning, but
Mhm.
the evening Cielo wants to go find Delon and go for a hunt.
Oh yeah, Delon's waiting at your door. He's been so bored. He has been so bored. So yeah, he's waiting at your door, Ciela, and you guys go out for a hunt. We'll deal with that in a second.
Yeah.
Or you go out, do a little shopping, buy yourself some magical wizarding stuff.
Can I sell those chalks?
You just want to sell them?
Yeah, I don't need the chalks. I don't have any spells for them.
You don't have teleportation circle?
No.
You don't want to get teleportation circle and use them? That could have got your party back in an instant if you had that
But I
spell.
don't have it.
Right, okay, fair enough. Yeah, you can go sell them if you want. 200 gold pieces?
You're gonna get it as soon as you sell them.
Yeah, I was like, you don't want to hoard more inventory? No? Okay. Very expensive chunks. That's painful to watch.
Teleportation circle sucks. Like, you just might as well wait for teleport.
Tell that to your party, you just traveled for 14 days
Oh.
when they could have traveled for none.
Well, it still would have been 14 days because I can't get teleportation circle.
Okay. Alright. Sure, yeah, fine. Never mind. Never mind. Alright. Okay, why don't we go ahead and take a break? And when we get back, you guys can hang out in Waterdeep for a little bit, procure a ship, and find your way north, maybe.
All right, sounds good.
15-minute break.
Good thing that was not recorded.
Yes, I remembered to pause it.
But no, it was fun. It was fun.
Good. Fun is good.
We're just gonna wait for Shroud. We'll hop to it in like 2 minutes.
Sounds good.
If we don't hear from them soon.
What is my commissioner texting me for? D&D. D&D. Right. I have to start getting back into missions.
I was giving Morbo my elbow to rub her greasy lips against, and she gnawed on it a little bit.
God damn it.
Like, I will gnaw on your elbow, mother. It is a tasty elbow. You hear Chopper?
No, I do not hear him.
Okay, good. He's whining.
Okay then. Alrighty then. Alright. Here you are in Waterdeep. It sounds like Terrence is going to be dragged out for a couple drinks to celebrate. And Ciella's going to go out hunting. Would either of you like to do anything specific or have a specific conversation or interaction during that time? Or do you guys just kind of want to enjoy the night?
No, Ciela will basically ask Lyragoth if she wants to go, and ask Delon if he's ever ridden a dragon before.
Yeah, good question. He says, I have not actually rode on the back of a dragon before. That is an offer. I would, I would be not much of an explorer if I turned it down.
Oh, if Lyragoth's up for it, then 100%. She'll take us a few hours away by flight, and that we will be out of the city and into the woods. And
Alright.
yeah.
And he will insist upon like maybe not something a couple hours. That's a lot of time, but
Like an hour
certainly,
flight.
yeah. He would suggest to like the nearby like woodlands away from the farmlands, and he would bring his winter wolf, and yeah, and you guys can all hang out and do a little hunting, and it's interesting certainly to see those two creatures rival against each other. And yeah, but it's a fun hunt, and yeah, and you guys achieve much. Yeah, absolutely incredible. Sweet. So tailing away from that, yeah, Terrence, you have like a raucous celebratory night where night, and sorry, that was terrible. And yeah, like a whole bunch of Order of the Gauntlet members that Onthar knows are brought out. You recall the first time you guys met together, where like a number of games and competitions were had, where like there was horseback racing in the street, arm wrestling, and like all kinds of stuff, and that's very much the night where it's just like raucous celebration as they like are like feeding you bevies, and it's like college. It's crazy. It's crazy out there. You're gonna come back with a little bit of a hurt head probably.
They have
But
like this medieval funnel that they stick in his mouth.
yeah, medieval funnel. Bringeth the funnel! Huzzah! And chuggeth! And but you have it. But it's a good time, and it's a ton of camaraderie and people just sort of like supporting you, and they're all saying like, you'll not be a cheval for long, and they're just generally celebrating you and are very happy to have you in their ranks.
Happy to be in the ranks.
It's good to be here. Incredible. Okay. Fantastic. And everybody else can find their way to a nice, good bed. And Sabrosa, you are shown to the guest rooms in the manor, and you get your own little place. And yeah, it's a good night. You all get a long rest. Some of you will wake up a little more paying than others, but it's a good time. Is there, you guys said you wanted to take a day around Waterdeep today.
Yeah.
I know Aravir's on the town buying and selling various ewers and pots and other gems and such. Has anybody else got stuff to do? And we'll come back to you as well, Aravir, for more.
Would I have gotten any leather from the hunt last night?
Roll me a survival check. I'll give you advantage. We'll say Delon helped.
That is an 18 plus 7, 25.
25. Yeah, you get one. You get a nice like a nice deer pelt. It's not an elk pelt. It's not like huge, but you do get like a stag deer's pelt. It's pretty good.
Okay. Then I want to take that pelt and buy whatever other leather I need to make a really nice riding saddle for Lyragoth.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I'll see. That'll definitely take you the day to create. Let's see here. I'll say that pelt represents half of the material cost.
Okay.
Exotic saddle. So why don't we say mark off another, let's say another 15 gold just to cover up the rest of it, just for like various like clasps and braces.
Sorry, 15 you said?
Yeah, another 15 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go to work. I'll say that it'll take you the day to make that. It'll take a whole day. Why don't you make me a leather worker's check? You may use whatever ability score you think is fitting for the creation of this.
Dexterity?
Yep, dexterity sounds perfectly fitting.
Okay. 21.
21. What does it look like as you finish its creation?
It is a black gilded saddle. It's, well, not gilded, but like it looks kind of like there's grooves in it. It's ornate, like carvings, and it's lightweight and allows her to move her wings without any obstruction. And on the bottom of the saddle, on the sides, the saddlebags can be attached.
Hell yeah. You create a fine saddle. You dye the leather black. Maybe you add some like almost aesthetic designs with it, makes it almost look like scales as if it were hidden right into the back. Firm enough to hold on to, but light enough that she can move without discomfort. And yeah, we'll say that as the sun's going down, you make the final touches into the embroidery and the various relieved imageries on the side. And it's a fine piece. It's a really nice piece.
Now, getting her to wear it is the other question.
Fair enough. Yeah, well done, Ciela. Who else has stuff they want to do around Waterdeep?
I do. I have some stuff.
Sure, Terrence.
The first thing I would like to do that I forgot about since last session, can I attune to the Scarab protection?
You certainly can. And as you do, it is not cursed.
Oh, whew, okay. I was prepared though. I was ready.
That's fair.
And the next thing, I think I'm gonna do some shopping.
Okay.
I would like to visit a jeweler.
A jeweler. There are many jewelers in Waterdeep. Absolutely possible. I can go and find a specific one if you were hoping for that.
Yeah. I'm looking for a couple things.
Okay, let me go find out. Waterdeep business. Waterdeep. That is not what I meant to open. Here we go. Sorry, it's a bit of a big place, but I've got what you need right here. Okay, let me see. There seems to be. There's got to be more than that. Come on now. No? Okay, it seems that there's exactly one jeweler in all of Waterdeep that is worth noting. You find your way to the Sea Ward. Maybe mark off like 2 silver, and that'll cover like carriage expenses for the day to make your way through the city without issue. I'll say the same for you, Larravir, 2 silver per carriage. And you find your way to Hazal's Fine Gems. You enter within the shop, and the place is full, has very expensive prices, but beautiful, magical, shining black walls covered in jewels. Rings, amulets, brooches, all manner of fine jewels, magical even perhaps. You welcome within, and yeah, what would you like?
I mainly came in for two things. The first one, I have some gemstones here. I was wondering if I can have them made into a gem encrusted bowl.
This man, who introduces himself as Stormquill Halazar, is the famous jeweler extraordinaire of Waterdeep. He says, "Oh yeah, well let me take a good look at that," and he'll draw it over. He'll look them over, and he's, "What kind of gemstones are you showing him?"
I don't think we got a specific amount. This is the stuff we got from Death Island. We got
Oh.
13 gemstones worth 1,000 gold pieces. One of them is a diamond that I'm not counting as part of this, so we have 12,000 piece gemstones.
Each one is 1,000 piece.
I believe so.
Okay. He looks them over and he goes, "My, what quality you have here! It's these certainly are something. I'm very impressed. Where did you find such fine cut gems?"
I wanted to see if you can make these 12 gems into 12 gem encrusted bowls.
And they're fairly large gems, and he looks at them and he goes, "Gem encrusted is not the most bizarre request I've ever received. Gem encrusted bowls, you say? I could most certainly achieve that. Certainly. How much is each bowl's worth, do you want?"
How much of each bowl's
Yeah.
worth?
What is the bowl's worth need to be for the sake of the spell?
It's the component for the spell, Hero's Feast. A gem encrusted bowl worth at least 1,000 gold pieces, which the spell consumes.
Got it. He says, "Okay, I will make you a deal, sir. I will turn these gemstones into the most beautiful gem-encrusted bowls you ever wished for. Each one will maintain its 1,000 gold piece quality. The only thing I'll request is that any gem bits that are lost in the actual creation, any sort of gem dust or extra fragments that are not used in the final creation of the value that you seek, I will be allowed to keep as my fee."
That sounds reasonable. How many bowls do you think you can make out of 12 gemstones?
"I can make you 12 bowls."
Then yes, you are free to keep any of the residuals.
"Excellent, thank you for saying so. I will have I don't imagine it'll take too long. I'll probably have them to you by tomorrow morning. I'll have to walk through the night, but I'd be more than happy to do so. These are exciting materials to work with."
And the other thing I'd like to look at, if you don't mind, I see you have some magic items.
"I do have a couple here and there. Thank you for noticing. Are you hoping to peruse my stock?"
Perhaps.
"Very well. Well, let me show you around. Is there anything specific you're looking for?"
Are you wouldn't happen to have an amulet to the devout?
An amulet of the devout, that is more of a holy relic. I don't have those. Those are less of the arcane. You'll have to check in with the churches, I'm afraid.
It's worth a shot.
Uh,
Anything you might recommend?
Let me take a look here. Give me a moment. Rings. Okay, I think I might have a couple of things here you might like. Things come and go rather fast, but let me show you around. And he will take you to a couple of items, the first of which he is going to show you is a rather fine amulet. The end of the amulet looks almost like an eye in its shape, but it is orange in the middle and has a number of strange arcane runes on the end. He says, This is known as an amulet of proof against detection and location. While wearing it, you will be hidden from all divination magics, very popular amongst noble folk and important individuals who might receive such divinations. You also cannot be targeted or perceived by any magical scrying sensors. It's a very fine item, very good for people who want to stay below the radar, even from powerful mages.
But it only applies to the person wearing it.
Yes, indeed.
It's a shame. I usually travel in a group.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see. Fair
Makes
enough.
it a little trickier.
Indeed, sir, indeed. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, I have a garnet ring of resistance. It is a ring of resistance against fire. That is a fairly good item. It's rare, goes for 6,000 gold pieces, but it is a fine item. What else do I have? Oh, this is really good. He'll pick out a stone from the wall. Let's see, this is a... he picks out a vibrant purple prism, a beautiful stone. He says, this is one of the Fable Ion stones, and this happens to be the stone of the reserve. Beautiful, beautiful gemstone. What it allows you to do is store a number of spells within it to be used later. You can cast a spell through first or third level into the stone by touching it as you cast the spell. The spell will have no effect, but it will be stored in the stone for later and then can be cast at a later date.
Does it require attunement?
Indeed it does, sir. Indeed it does.
How much for this item?
Ion Stone of the Reserve also goes for 6,000 gold pieces, sir. I have a number of other items if you're interested. I have a necklace of fireballs. I have a ring of animal influence. A ring of the ram. A ring of water rock.
You know what? I think at the point I'm at right now, I think my gold is better spent on diamonds and diamond dust, if you have any in stock.
I most certainly do, sir. How much would you require?
Let's say 500 gold pieces of diamond dust.
I see. All right. I could. I think I have some dust still in reserve. I could sell you that if you wish.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Very well, sir. And he will go to the back and he'll procure for you. He'll bring you out like a pouch, an empty pouch, but he'll also bring you out like a small chest. And he'll open up the chest and there'll be very fine, sparkling diamond dust inside. 500 gold piece worth.
I'll hand over the gold.
It's fantastic, a fine deal, sir. You'll not be disappointed.
It's a pleasure doing business with you. I'll return first thing tomorrow to pick up those gem-encrusted bowls.
As you say, sir. And you can head on your way. Cool. We'll tail off there. Maybe there's more to be done today for you, Terrence, but we'll tail off for now. Who else? Who else has stuff they want to do? Sabrosa, Star, Shroud, anything for you, Erebir?
Yeah, I've just got shopping stuff to do.
Okay. What would you like to shop for?
I want to buy saddlebags for heroes and sell dragon blood, and I do want to talk to Dolan.
Okay. What was the first item?
Purchase saddlebags.
Purchase saddlebags. You can do that. Go ahead and just mark it off. It should have the price listed.
Okay.
And you wanted to sell the dragon's blood. Do you know how much worth that was? Or where it comes from? Okay.
If it's adult dragon blood, it's 250 gold pieces each.
Yeah, so I've got 2 adult white dragon bloods. Yeah, 250 each. And then I have 2 black dragon worm but
And how much is that worth?
this is
The wormling blood was worth 10 gold each.
yeah.
You will have no problem finding buyers for such relics. So go ahead and just mark off the gold for yourself.
Okay, just for what it's worth.
Yep, for what it's worth.
Okay, and then I just want to touch it on.
Okay. You make your way back to the castle of Waterdeep. The servants go and find Delon for you, and Delon comes downstairs and he smiles when he sees you. And he will say, Andara Matisham, Aragir, it is good to see you again.
Pleasure is mine.
I heard that your travels were well. You managed to defeat Verum and bring him in for capture.
That's right, we set out and achieved our mission. And tomorrow we're going to set out to learn more about the Dracorn.
Let's see, leaving so soon. You've just returned to the city. Do you take no break for yourself?
I suppose not. And in fact, I wanted to ask you, you're very adept with the Arctic nature, and I am about to find myself there and wondered if you would come along.
You truly honor me in your request, and I would honestly love nothing more, but my responsibilities to the Enclave are here to hold counsel and represent my faction. Make no mistake, I would happily return to the north, if at all possible, but I do have a responsibility to uphold. I am the only member of the Emerald Enclave in Waterdeep right now. It's not someone I can, unfortunately, no one important enough to be in my position for whoever's listening. Anyway, I'm rambling, but my point is I would very much wish to have been able to accept your request. I wish you well, and I hope you find what we're all looking for out there.
Hope you can find it as well. And safety.
I don't think safety comes into our line of work too often, but I would wish you well with it, yes.
Well, in fact, Terrence summoned a planetar to protect their travels back from the Serpent Hills, and safety was all but assured.
I must admit my embarrassment. I do not know of Planetar. What are they?
They're great celestial beings. This particular planetar name is Ethos, and he came from the Elysium. He came from Elysium.
I see that Terrence's reputation as a great cleric is not exaggerated then.
No, not at all. He's quite powerful and very good at what he does. He's brought me back from the brink of death more than once.
A good friend to keep at your side. Keep them close. It is but the lone hunter who finds himself most easily defeated, I find. Everyone needs a friend.
That's right. Yourself included, for them.
Well, I happen to have a winter wolf to watch my back.
Mm-hmm. But humanoid friends could be of use too.
Humanoid friends are very welcome company much of the time. Yes.
I'll serve as company any day for you.
Well, perhaps when you return, and if you can plant your feet in Waterdeep for more than 24 hours, maybe we might find some time to spend doing things.
Well, I have the rest of the day to spend doing things. Do you have any suggestions?
I'm No, but I'm sure I'll find them very quickly as we wander. Come. And he'll sort of, he'll just kind of like, he'll go with you, and he'll sort of like wander out with you. And he's gonna do his damnedest to find something cool to do with you. But he is not a city guy, not by a long shot, but he's gonna try his best. You've already been to the Yawning Portal. Been there, done it. So he's not gonna, yeah, you guys met there, in fact. He's definitely not going to take you to the House of Pleasures, as I click on that one. Nor Tombstone's Plumbing and Pipe Fitting. Why don't we come back to this as you guys walk down the street, and it gives you time to find something decent to do.
Fitting for a date?
Fitting for a date, exactly. Okay, why don't we don't need that, Guild halls and inns, let's see what we got. Oh my god, what is with all the pleasure houses? Jesus. Give me a moment, I actually think I have an idea that he would take you. Oh, okay. He says, if you don't mind my asking over here, how in tune are you with your elven side? Do you care much for the elves and their religions and cultures and such?
I hold a great respect for my people, yes.
Alright, well, let's see what I can do. And he is going to first take you to... God, there's just nothing sounds good. He starts by, okay, this one's pretty cool. He takes you to a place called the Elfstone Tavern. It is old, somewhat dimly lit, but it does cater to elven people. And, you guys go in as the sun's going down, and, it's a nice sort of quiet time to like drink around sort of like elvish people, various elvish designs. But as the sun goes down, the place kind of transforms a little bit. Soft floating blue motes of light sort of grasp onto the ceiling. Gentle harp, pipe, flute, and choral music begins to be performed. And it goes from sort of that, ethereal Rivendell-esque music to something a little bit more upbeat, fast, but graceful. It's not an elvish type of music you've really ever heard before, but it's this sort of clash between like the elven choruses and like, I don't know, like a celebratory song. It's just like its own genre, and it's really cool and fun to listen to. Yeah, and just generally amongst half-elves and elves, and maybe a couple of, like, maybe some very small groups of halflings and humans are tolerated. But generally amongst these, like, elven and half-elf people, you experience something you haven't experienced much around elves, which is, like, joy. And, like, raucous celebration, not raucous, not quite what Terrence went through the other night, but like, elves celebrating and, like, having fun and laughing and dancing in sort of like an upbeat, fast motion. And it sort of becomes a dance hall as the sun goes down. Would you like to roll a performance check to dance?
Sure.
As it's like your thing.
Got a wheel as well that I own. So I might bust that out as well.
Yeah, sure, bust that out as well.
19.
Shall we see how Glenn does?
Yeah.
Oh boy, he's gonna be bad at this. Oh fuck, my man rolls a 19 natural.
I got an 18 as well.
Oh, you did. You guys, yeah, no, I'll say that you guys you roll the exact same, and like, I will say it in an instance that probably surprises both of you. Like, you don't know Deland, but he doesn't look like a partier or a dancer or anything like that. And he knows that you are a blade singer, who are considered probably to be some of the most exceptional dancers in the land. And in this evening, as like people are dancing to this like exotic elvish music, this new sort of genre. This is like the creation of the blues or like jazz or something like that. This is like a whole new thing. It's gonna blow up probably. You two find yourself sort of like fast motion dancing and kind of like doing your own things, but in harmony, in surprising, I'd say, skill from you and enthusiasm from him. And you guys find yourself quite in sync as you dance. And you have a fun time. Sweat a little bit and drink a little bit and just kind of laugh and have a good time amongst the elvish people in a sort of experience you've never had before, which is just this sort of like low expectation, light, but elvish cultural surrounding. And it's nice.
Excellent.
And at the end of the night, you two will sort of like leave the bar, and I imagine, I've got like chapel music playing. God damn it. I can't.
Wait, you don't party to this?
No, I don't. Can't really hear, so my apologies. But yeah, you guys celebrate. Eventually, you find yourselves leaving, and like the high emotion and enthusiasm of the day leaves you sort of in a delirious happiness as you guys both leave the tavern together. And he says, I would say I don't normally dance. I don't know what got into me, but that was fun. I'm glad we did it.
Perhaps you're feeling inspired by the company.
That must be it. That simply must be it. So I suppose I should sort of escort you back to your manor. It would be the right thing to do.
As a gentleman would.
I am sure I am no gentleman. I am a wild, strange man.
You still have the tendencies of one.
I hope so. Otherwise I wouldn't be a very good ranger, would I? And he'll walk you down the street and like talk to you about like, that one song, and you guys have like a casual, like good night where you both are given like an opportunity to sort of like lighten up, and there's not so much ceremony about it, and he sort of becomes himself a little bit more, all of this like, if you would, it's something he's very much putting on, but yeah, he kind of becomes a little more casual. But eventually the night comes to an end as he shows you to the door of your manor and says, I have really been enjoying your company these last couple of days. Erebir, I don't think we know each other very well, but I'm glad we met.
Likewise, Golan, I have a particular affinity towards you.
An affinity towards me?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
You pique my interest.
And I would say that you are the most interesting thing I've seen in the City of Splendors.
It's quite the feat, considering how incredible the city is.
And you make it seem effortless.
Wow. And she'll blush, of course, the deep red.
And he'll kind of dare to bring out a hand and kind of like, remove like a hair out of the way, put it behind your ear, maybe like kind of tilt your chin up away from the sort of bashfulness and kind of like meet your eye, and you'll see his sort of cool wintry blue eyes lock with yours.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll...
Mm-hmm. She's speechless in this moment.
She's speechless in this moment. And in this speechless moment, he will dare even further to lean in.
And she'll meet him halfway.
And they like kiss and stuff. And yeah, you and Delon share a kiss under the moonlight after a night of dancing and celebration. He kisses very like he's been very reserved around you, but as he kisses you, it's very like, it's soft for but maybe like a moment or two, and then it's very sort of like passionate, very like almost like wanting as he kisses you.
Maybe Erebir is like taken aback by that for just a split second because she's very proper, you know.
Yeah.
is maybe not used to such desires, but she'll try and meet him in that case.
You meet him. Okay, I'll tell you what. Make me a. What check are we rolling?
Yeah, well, not.
Let's say a persuasion check to. Okay. Yeah. A persuasion check to sort of like, I don't know, be there in the moment with him, to maybe even persuading yourself almost in a way. And you roll 17.
Yep.
And you sense he's looked the part, but he's always been so gentle with you, and in this moment you sort of feel that wildness in him. When he kisses you with a deep passion, there's a moment where you're uncertain, but you kind of fall into it in this deep, passionate, almost just deep wanting kisses shared between the two of you, and then he almost parts himself like he recognizes his forwardness in that moment. He kind of goes, I'm sorry. I think I maybe was. I'm sorry if that was a little too forward.
Breathlessly, Erebor will say, no apologies necessary. That was. Well, good night. Have yourself a lovely evening, and I hope to see you very soon.
Likewise. Have a good evening.
It's a bigger heart.
Oh, okay. What's that? Alright, you head inside. And the dwarves who are standing, there's definitely two dwarves that are standing on the the gate guards, and they're like, hey, look at that. And they're watch the scene, they're like, yeah. And then you're like, good night, and he's like, oh, come on, go get her. Come on, go get her. And you see and they watch DeLong kind of go as you leave, and he's kind of speechless, uncertain of himself, and he kind of puts his hand through his hair and kind of walks in a couple circles, and you're like, oh, look at him. I don't think he's probably kissed a woman in his life. Look at him, all flustered. And then DeLong kind of walks down the street with a little pep in his step, and he goes, look at the lad. He might be 30, but he's fucking 12 in his heart. And they are and those dwarves are all right, back to your beauties. And yeah, Erebor, you walk in, and you've left DeLong breathless similarly, and you end the night as a lady should. With a kiss.
Incredible.
Incredible. Awesome. Anyway, Erevor's had a pretty cool day. What about anybody else? Who else has got stuff? Ciela, you made your saddle. Erebor, you smooched. Terrence, you went buying and selling. You got anything else to do?
Do I have anything else?
Yeah. Any last things?
Is chapter being finished today?
Yeah, it is. Should be. The chapel should be finished. I probably need to make arrangements to make sure everybody's getting paid.
Yeah, so I'll say you go back. Why don't we say that you go back to the estate and you check in on the temple and hold first communion there. You hold your first communion of Chontia there. And all the farmers gather. Some people from outside of the estate come as well and gather around for this. And you basically spend the rest of the day being sort of the high priest here and enjoying it. What would you name your temple? As this temple needs a name, as it's dedicated to Chontia.
I think somebody said Dragon's Light. I kind of like that.
Okay. Dragon's Light, fair enough.
Dragon's Light Chapel.
Okay, you name it that, and everybody celebrates, and I think that the priest, which is kind of fun because you used to be the acolyte here, right? But now you have an acolyte. And it sort of emphasizes where you are in the world. Now you have your temple that you're in charge of, much like back in Greenust, you were the acolyte. And your acolyte comes back to you and says, Terrence, you don't mind my request. What does Dragon's Light have to do with Chontia?
Well, it's the way I see it. It's a mix between the journey that I've been on, and the light is the light that grows the crops, that comes down from the heavens and invigorates growth.
Huh. Make a persuasion check. See if she likes and accepts the way you've named this place, the reasonings for it.
That'll be 17.
She sort of nods, and you being the teacher and her the student, she nods and says, I guess that makes sense. This place wouldn't exist if the dragons hadn't been attacking, and wow, I never thought of it that way. Well, thank you for enlightening me, Terrence.
Anytime. That's why I'm here.
Fair enough. And you, Terrence, as you hold your first communion here, something's gonna happen. As you heard, you say all of the prayers that, I believe his name was like Falcon Eyes or something like that, your original priest, I don't remember his name.
Falcon Moon.
Falcon Moon, that's right, thank you. As Falcon Moon said all of his prayers and blessings and such, you find yourself feeling deeply connected with Chontia, that she's here in this moment. And as you have personally erected a temple in her honor, you feel her on your shoulder, you feel her at your back, and in this moment, as you have installed this place of blessing, she in turn will bless you as its high priest, as its builder, as its creator, and the will that made her faith stronger in this world. And she's going to place a boon upon you. For even every grain stalk must be strong against the winter, so must you against the winter, so must you against the dangers to come. And if you are to be like her crop, her flock, you must have strength of body, much like the constitution of the earth. And she instills you with that growth that she represents. And you will gain the blessing of health forever. Your constitution score increases by 2 up to a maximum of 22.
Whoa. I feel so healthy.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Let me change that real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's you, Terrence. That's you, Ciel. That's you, Erebir. Shroud, Star, and Sabrosa, what are you guys doing in Waterdeep? You got a day to fool around and find out.
Should I go on a mission?
Maybe you should. You want to go do some Zentrum naughtiness?
Yeah, let's go try that. And hopefully this time it doesn't fail.
Alright, let's go commit crime. Welcome back to the Star Show.
Yeah, where it can either go south or go north. Which one do you want?
Yeah, I guess so. Because it's only happening over the course of one day, I'm going to waive the gold piece gathering information cost, but I am going to reduce the value of your potential loot because of it. Because you didn't spend a whole day planning like a big heist, like a big take. It'll be a little lesser value. So you go roaming around looking for what to steal, what do you want to do? What do you feel? You an assassin?
Let's try to avoid murder today.
Okay.
What do I have to steal?
All right, you want to do a little thieving? Okay, fantastic. Let's see. I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal, Star. Make you a deal.
Okay, I like deals.
You're an assassin, and it is your ultimate skill. It is what you are good at in this world. You are good at killing people.
Yes.
If you decide to take on an assassination mission, if you decide to, skillfully murder somebody, I will give you 1 free reroll for these 3 checks.
Okay, I would love that because some reason. Well, I have reliability now,
You do have reliability now.
so this is another thing that's a little bit of a bonus.
Absolutely. Okay, so you will have, you go to this interim, you're like, I need a quick and fast one, I'm only here for a day, and they're like, okay. And they give you 4 contracts of assassination of varying values. You can either assassinate a sort of low-born, struggling merchant. You can assassinate a merchant prince, a sort of like merchant baron, a noble of Waterdeep, or you could try and assassinate one of the delegates of the Council of Waterdeep. None that are like on the actual council, like the inner council that you meet with, but delegates from other towns. Still someone very important, but none of the delegates that sit at the actual table that you're aware of.
Okay, I would love to do something crazy like that, but I feel like that's going to be a really bad issue, and I don't want to go that far. I think I'll try doing the second difficulty one.
Okay, you want to assassinate a noble, a Waterdeep noble?
Yeah, noble, yes.
Again?
Again. All right, here we go.
Revenge.
Star's back, baby. Here we go.
No.
Oh yeah. Okay, remember, Star, you get 1 free reroll. If you're not happy with your roll, you may re-roll it. You get 1 that you can use across these 3. Here we go. The first thing
I have reliability. This shouldn't be that bad.
Here, you have reliable talent now. Give me a stealth check. Let's start it out as you sneak in to their place.
I'm not even trusting my dice right now. 11 plus 13. 23.
That is a success. There are many guards, especially out here in broad daylight. There are many guards that patrol the area, keep the place safe, but you are stealthier, and you make it through.
Sweet.
Next is, I need you to make a thieves' tools check to break in.
Thieves' tools. Hey, come on. Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20, you make your way into the house, into the noble's estate. You sneak your way all the way up to where that nobleman turns around and says, "Who are you?" And what do?
I'm going to be like, oh, I'm just, here to take out the trash.
Oh, well, good, it's right over there.
Okay, sounds good.
And
Walk over there.
you walk over there and you stab him in the heart.
Yep.
Completely surprised, activating your assassinate, you auto crit, and plunge your dagger deep into this guy's heart. You don't know what he did to upset anybody, but he's dead now. And he goes, ah! And he falls dead as you grab his mouth, and no one's the wiser. Now, I need you to roll me either an investigation, a perception, or a deception check to get yourself out of the estate. Get yourself out of there.
Sounds like investigation because that one's my highest one.
Fair enough, go for it.
Please. 11 plus 7 is 8. All right. I think I'll go with this. It's 18.
18? Do you want to...
Do I have to? Is that not high enough? I'll reroll one more time, but I'm pretty sure this one was the highest one yet.
All right.
Oh, I got a natural 20 on the second roll. Shit.
Yeah! Let's go!
Yeah.
You, Star...
We don't have to bail you out.
Yeah, you don't have to bail her. No. Star, you get out of there, you dodge the guards, and you leave the estate before anyone even knows that the murder happened. And you reflect on everything because you're a reliable talent. You're like, okay, did they cover my tracks? Did I leave any evidence behind? Is there anything that could have led? No, everything's good. And you go through the checklist and you are certain it was a perfectly executed assassination. You return to the Zentrum, and they tell you a couple things. The first thing they do is that they pay you double the price of the contract. They drop 200 gold pieces on the table. They say, that was one we needed done rather quickly, and we hear you're doing good things, and we want to keep you happy around here, Star. You're one of our best assassins, you know? So we want to keep you happy, so we're going to do more than that for you. 200 gold for you, and we're going to promote you. How's that sound?
Sounds great. I love being promoted. Wait, what is promote? Oh no, I know what promotion means. Yeah.
He goes, he like looks to the guy in the back and he goes, all right. No longer shall you be rank 1 Fang. We're going to promote you 2 ranks because of all you've done on this Council of Waterdeep, getting the Zentrum in. We've had a good word from a Zentrum agent or 2, and this assassination pulled off was rather well. So, you shall now be considered a rank 3 Zentrum known as a Viper. So from here forth, you shall be known as Viper Star.
Yes. Sorry, just daydreams. Viper Star. Yay. I am adding that information.
Awesome. Give me a second. Because more than that, we're also going to give you a little reward for all you've done for the guild. Because you have been a loyal and staunch member. So, we're going to give you something you're going to like.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, we just got to figure out what it is. Hang on. Okay. He's going to take out a pair of gloves, and he's going to hand them to you. Because these here are known as the gloves of thievery. They make your sleight of hand extra, extra good. So, take that, use them well, and don't tell anyone where you got them from.
Of course, as always.
As always, good to have you with us, Viper Star.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too. And Star is very happy to leave with his gloves.
Alright, gloves of thievery, may add them to your inventory.
Okay, I gotta look it up. Gloves.
I think they give you like a +10 to sleight of hand or something like that.
Yep. Let me see here. Odd. I added to my items, but did not equip. Get back here.
Alright. Okay, Stars, or excuse me, Shroud and Sabrosa, what are you guys up to today?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I feel like Shroud doesn't really have like a running agenda. They just exist for one purpose.
Murder.
Murder.
As you're considering like what is my purpose, you have like a whole, like Shroud's having an existential crisis in the corner because there's no one to murder right now, and your sort of thing goes through and says, would you like to seek murder?
Would you like to seek murder? No, I think they have a conscience enough to like just not seek out killing someone randomly. That's not what they were built for either.
It sort of like deletes itself, and then like it's sort of like it's basically creating like a potential like routine for you, and says, would you like to seek murder for profit?
That we could do. That's what they were built for.
Wait, Star will put a good word in there, like, this guy's great, don't worry about him.
Yeah, it says and then like it gives you like 2 options in the routines, and it will say like, would you like to seek gladiatorial combat, or would you like to seek like killing, or what would it say, like murder for the guild?
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Murder for the guild?
Yeah.
You like go walk, you just suddenly just start walking, your legs kind of walk for you. You gotta start walking through Waterdeep. Star, as you are leaving your this like hidey hole of Zentrum activity with, you know, these gloves of thievery and this like bag of gold, and you're feeling pretty good of yourself, Shroud starts walking towards you from down the street. It's just found you somehow and is walking towards you.
Oh God. Hi Shroud. What you doing down here?
I think I would just keep walking. They're not really like a person of many words, and I don't think they really know what they're doing down there.
You just let your legs keep walking you, and you like walk right past Star, Stars out your
Pats them on the head. Just keeps
Yeah.
going.
And then he's walking, and you walk in through the door, and these guys turn around and kind of go, "Holy shit, it's you! Holy fuck! What do you want?"
Star kind of pokes his head in.
I feel like Shroud definitely wouldn't know how to articulate themselves and would just say murder for hire.
And he like looks at you, he's like, right. And then the guy in the back goes, "Wait, isn't that one of those things they were built in way back when? Those those obliteration unit things?" And they go, "Oh shit, right, I heard they was making them." Goes, "Right, murder for hire. Alright, sure. Yeah, you want a job? We got these 3 left." And he'll push the 3 forward, and it's for the ones that Star didn't complete. It's for a delegate of the Waterdeep Council, a merchant baron, or a sort of struggling lesser merchant.
Let's go after the one that Star didn't do.
That's all 3 of them.
Let's go, the first one you said.
You want to go after a delegate of Waterdeep?
Sure.
Oh no. Oh no.
I will just wave at them, going like, "This person's really good. Good luck, Shroud." And runs away.
Know that? They don't know morality.
Then, good luck. Because this is what I love about these units. They're disposable. You just send them in, they do the killing, and who cares what happens afterwards. And you hear that, Star. You hear them be like, "I don't know, they're disposable, whatever. They'll get the job done. Don't even have to pay them after. Usually don't show up."
Can I like assist in like the background?
If you wanna, yeah, you follow Shroud around, and we'll say that you help Shroud complete Shroud's mission. So, here's what we're gonna do. This is an assassination mission, which means that, I will say, but you don't really know what Shroud's up to, but this is weird. Fuck, this is like a really weird version of this. You start walking towards Castle Waterdeep. Shroud, make me a stealth check. I'm gonna give you advantage for everything for this, because Star's helping you.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you advantage for all checks. So give me a stealth check as you enter Castle Waterdeep.
21.
Okay. 21. They notice you walk through the front gates, and they're like, "How's it going, Shroud? Good idea." And you walk through. You do not pass the check, unfortunately. This is a very high difficulty, high value target. And it's like, "Over here, no, wait, stop. And you're like trying to like help Shroud out, but Shroud's a very like direct creature. I will have.
Scared.
I'm going to modify this slightly though, because normally this is like sort of like the roguish version of how to do this crime. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Shroud, how do you intend to kill this delegate of Waterdeep? What is your plan?
I guess my question would be, when it comes to like the profile, like is it just like this is like the target? Like is there any other information, or is it just like this is who we want?
It would be like this and this person from this. I don't have the identity. It's like this person from. It'll tell you their identity, where they're from, and where they can be most easily found, which is like the courtyard of the Castle of Waterdeep.
Okay.
It's not going to turn out to be somebody on the council, is it?
No, this is not
Okay.
like this is not a main counselor. This is like a delegate from someone far away.
So I think Shroud's strategy, because this is not like they've definitely witnessed things like this, like based on their history, right? So this is not just like them making it up as they go along to an extent. So like I think their strategy would be to like segregate like this person like from like other individuals somehow, and then just try and like not like discreetly off them, but kind of like a element of surprise, especially because like they know the arsenal that they bring with them, including like the dancing longsword, which is like pretty discreet, like nobody would see that coming. So I think that would be their objective, is to like segregate them and then like do that and get out.
Okay. I'm gonna modify the checks you're making to do this then. I'm still gonna hit you on the stealth, so I would still hit you with stealth no matter what. Because you said you wanted to surprise, and surprise requires stealth. You do not succeed on the stealth check. I'm not gonna make you do thieves' tools because you are allowed in Castle Waterdeep. That's not really what you're up to here. What would be a different? How would you intend to segregate this individual? How to separate them from like the public?
Is it somebody who would know who I am?
Probably. You're pretty famous.
Pretty famous.
It'd be deception. Step
What if it's
into
like,
this room with me.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, like to Taylor's point, like yeah, they would probably like triangulate like on the person, and then yeah, basically like use a form of like deception to like pull them, or try and like not physically pull them aside, but like coerce them into like convincing them that they had something to tell them, share with them, etc., in like a place of privacy.
I'll say make me either a deception or intimidation check. I will
Okay.
use your strength bonus instead of your charisma bonus for intimidation if you wish.
Okay, we're gonna go. I'm sorry, you said either intimidation or what now, or persuasion?
Either a strength-based intimidation or a deception.
Let's see here. Okay, we'll do that then. Okay, so that's a nat 20. Plus my strength bonus would be like, hold please. 29?
That is a success. You go over to them and you're like, come with me if you want to live. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I want to live, yeah, absolutely. And they will go with you. You find your way to some dark corner, and you, in Star, you're like, you go with Shroud, and Shroud, you just pick up Dragon Gleam and just crack him in the back of the skull and kill him. And Star, you're like, holy fuck! And like, you see Shroud just off the sky.
And maybe distraction to get away?
I need one last, I did say I give you advantage for everything because Star's helping out. I'll give you one last check. I need one
Okay.
I will say either, I will give you the same thing. Either a deception, investigation, or perception check to like hide the body, basically.
Okay.
So that they don't like immediately know it was you.
You said deception, investigation, or what else?
Perception.
Or perception. I'm gonna go with a perception check.
Advantage on all of these. Roll.
Okay.
Deception would be really funny. Just sit him in the chair and weekend at Bernie him.
Let's see here. That's 15 on the dice plus 5, so a dirty 20.
It's not successful. The DC for all this is 25. This is like a high value target.
I'm sure.
The good news is you rolled well on at least one check, which means you're not going to prison, which is awesome. You get out of there. You succeeded, but like, it's not going to be hard to track it back to you. You like take him into a room where no one's really going to find him probably for a little while, and you clock him in the back of the head with this dragon gleam, and then you walk out. You walk through the main gates in view of everybody. You like say, "Come with me," and then take them to the side, kill them, and then just walk out. And you get away with it. Like you leave Castle Waterdeep alive with Star, and Star, your assassin brain's going, this was the sloppiest assassination I have ever been a part of. This was, like, I've done some bad things in my time, but this was fucked. And you get out of there, Shroud, and you, like, return back to the Zentrum, coated in this guy's blood, and they're like, holy fuck, you did it! These are really good robots. I mean, I'm glad they started making them. Cool. Okay. Well done. Great. Now get out of here.
And I'm gonna like put my hand out, and I'm gonna like like make like the hand like a payment.
The guy goes, oh, I think he wants to be part of the guild proper now. He goes, oh, right. I don't know how they work, sure. He goes, okay, you are here. And he's going to take out a really large coin, which is larger than any other coin that you've ever seen, and it is an iron coin with a winged snake on it. He's going to put it in your hand, and he's going to say, your new rank is Fang. Congratulations, you're now like an official member of the Zentrim. So good on you for that. I guess you won't pay me. You look at Star and be like, so, like, how did it go? Is like he's dead, right? I mean, he's covered in blood, but like, did it go well?
I lied through my teeth.
Make a deception check. Make a deception check.
Make a what check again?
Deception.
Deception. Yeah, I'm gonna try to lie. Say it went well. Deception. Oh, come on. Deception is perception. You are a reliable check. Ha 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 ha. 13.
13. You're proficient at, you got 13. Do you have a -1 to charisma?
Charisma?
How did you, if you have reliable talent, and that means you roll a 10 on the dice, right?
No, I rolled 3 on my dice, so.
But you have reliable talent, which turns the 3 into a 10.
Yes, and perception I have.
Deception.
Deception. Oh, I'm stupid. Then 17.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. He goes, all right, cool. I mean, we got to pay you half because it was like a last-minute contract and whatnot. But sure, yeah, no, we'll pay you out. And they'll hand you 500 gold, Shroud.
I'll like tuck it away.
Oh,
And then I'll just leave.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah, if you want to murder more people, come back. We can always use more death thoughts, I suppose. Good job, you two. Good work. Good murdering.
Star's like, shh, he doesn't know I was there. They don't know I was there.
All right, yeah, don't worry. Lips are sealed, my friend. Lips are sealed. And with that, Shroud and Star, by some bloody miracle, Shroud managed to succeed in this murder, which was a DC 25. So that nat 20 saved you. But you did it. You made it out. You probably shouldn't have been paid or actually succeeded, but you did. So good job. Now you're officially a member of the Zentrum.
This is like a really weird buddy comedy movie.
A little bit.
Star and Shroud murdering.
Yeah, I guess so.
The Murder Brothers.
I mean,
As soon as the authorities come knocking, you're gonna throw them under the bus.
You're just gonna kill all the authorities and then go back to sleep. They can't arrest me if they're dead. All right.
Traitors.
Come true.
Last but certainly not least, Subrosa, you are in the City of Splendors. You have a day to yourself. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm actually going to stay on the estate. And Terrence didn't show up until a little bit later in the day, right? To call everybody to the ceremony.
That's right.
All right, so earlier in the day, as was my intention, I would have gone out to the fields where everyone's working. All the people that work here on this estate. Yeah.
Okay.
And kind of set up along the side with my dulcimer and just began playing like soothing, enjoyable music.
Okay. Make me, if you'd be so kind, a performance check.
22.
22. You play an excellent tune, and the workers are very happy to listen to it as they play. And so happy that the field master calls for an early lunch, and yeah, they happily like sort of like set up shop and like eat the food and listen to you play, and they have like a very happy time as they have their lunch. And you were more than welcome to like talk to them and
Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I was going for. I was hoping they would gather around. All right then.
they very friendly with you. Not to mention you're a hot tiefling, so that helps a lot.
Sure.
Sure. What would you like to talk to them about?
I want to, rather subtly, ask questions kind of about not about the estate itself, but about like life here at the estate. That's how I'll kind of open it up. but what I'm really after is I'm trying to subtly glean information about the party, I guess from these people's perspective.
Yeah, make me, I'll say you've already ingratiated yourself with the good music. Make me a persuasion check at advantage to see if you can get some information about the place and its lords and ladies.
At advantage, that's a 19.
Yeah, they talk to you, they say, oh, life here is good. We've got the macaws, dwarves who are guarding the perimeter. We're not, we sort of, Waterdeep's a good place, but that lord got murdered. But, we've got the macaws, dwarves here to keep us safe. So it's a real safe place to work, and we work under the blessings of Chantia. And they generally seem very happy. They have the blessings of their goddess. This is sort of like a holy place to them. They consider this like a sacred place, and they're very, very proud to work here, very happy to work here. They feel very safe because of the protection of the macaws, dwarves, and the blessings of Chantia to keep them safe. And then when you start talking about their inhabitants, they're more than happy to talk about their lords and ladies. They tell you that Lady Ciela, they call them lords and ladies no matter what, regardless of actual title. They say Lady Ciela talks enough to make a sailor blush, like talks in a way that is shocking to a lot of them. But they hear that she's like probably one of the best shots in the Sword Coast, if not the entire world. And she's also got an evil dragon that she rides on that listens to only her, which is very scary, but she keeps it in check, and no one's ever had an accident with it or anything, and it just kind of keeps to itself, so they're willing to let that be. But certainly mysterious. And they think she's got some kind of horrible disease because she's like crazy pale and has crystals growing out of her body, and they're like, I don't know, I don't want to like confront her about it, but I think someone should tell her to go see someone, she's got like ice growing out of her head and whatnot. It doesn't look no healthy. And that's generally their synopsis of Ciela. They think Terrence is awesome. He's the best. He's like their immortal cleric, loved by Chantia, will never die, will save them from the dragon menace. They think that Terrence is like the messiah of Chantia, and they are very happy to be part of his flock. They are honored to be part of his flock. And that's it. They think he's the best in the world, and that's that. They think Erebir is the most beautiful girl in the world. She is like they know that she's royalty. She's she's like royal blood. No one's really sure if she's got like royal blood by being a human or by being an elf. No one's really that sure, but they know she's got royal blood, and that's kind of cool. A lot of them talk about like which one of them is like gonna work up the nerve to go talk to her basically and like become a king or something, which is cool. That is always there, but that's generally what they talk about, the idea that like, think about it, I could go talk to her, and there's no reason why she wouldn't like me. I mean, I'm a hard worker, and I could become some king or whatnot, it'd be great. And they all like it's kind of like a fantasy all the farmers share about like marrying Erebir and becoming a great king. Be like, think about it, a farmer of Chantia becoming a king, that'd be so cool. And that's kind of what they talk about a lot. They think Star is just kind of like their mascot. They're not even really aware that Star is like actually capable of anything skillful. They're like, they bring him around for some reason. I think he might be like adopted by one of them or something. I don't know. He's like this like big plushy black cat, and he kind of falls over himself everywhere. He carries daggers, but I mean, who doesn't carry a dagger on the road, right? We're not really. So they just kind of think Star is like one of their adopted children or something like that. And then they go, oh, and Shroud, and they go, oh. The mood immediately changes, and they're like, we don't like to talk about Shroud. There's a lot of talk about maybe Shroud's not actually like a demon in disguise or something, and if we say their name too many times, it'll summon them and they'll kill us. So we don't like to talk about Shroud too much. They say Shroud has killed 1,000 men, and And you see how many weapons he walks around with? They say he doesn't sleep. What kind of regular man doesn't sleep? You get the sense that if they were less scared of Shroud, they probably would have risen up with like stakes and pitchforks and stuff and tried to have like Shroud like either burned at the stake or like exorcised or something, because they're terrified of Shroud. They think Shroud is just like a demon possessing a suit of armor or something like that, and they generally avoid Shroud and are scared of Shroud.
I see.
Oh.
Well, thank you. That's very enlightening. I was wondering, do they have private spaces, personal effects, anything like that?
Private spaces for personal effects. I mean, they have all of the, they have the little like village over there. It's like this little estate village for all the farmers. Is where the farmers live. But I'm sure there's plenty of hiding spaces and such on the estate.
Hmm. Do you know of any of these, or have any? Are there any? I guess rumors about where something like that might be, a hiding space, a private space.
On the estate? You mean like safe?
Yes. Sure, a safe or I really don't know.
The mood changes pretty drastically. Where like you go from like, oh, tell me about them. You're like, do you know where they keep their hidden valuables? Basically.
Right.
And the mood changes pretty intensely. Where they're like, why would you be asking something like that?
Well, if I'm to be a part, then I've got to have a place to keep my own personal effects, and don't I?
They kind of look at each other and like, they're farmers and whatnot, but like, it's a pretty thin question, They kind of go,
Yeah.
yeah, you're not gonna. They kind of just, frankly, they just kind of like turn away from you. They kind of just really not sure how to answer the question. They don't want to like antagonize you, but they also don't want anything to do with that kind of conversation. They kind of just, or you know what happened? They kind of like look around, and then the field master goes, "All right, lads, well, why don't we get back to work, eh?" And they all go, "Yeah." And they all like immediately stand up, and you find yourself alone again within a couple of seconds.
Perfect. Okay. And then I will spend the rest of the day just kind of taking in, I guess, the layout of the estate.
Yeah, you take up the layout of the estate. Over here is sort of like the barracks where the Macaw's dwarves live and reside and maintain the security of the estate. This is where the farmers live over here in their like little cottages. Obviously, that's the farmland. This is sort of like, this becomes the stable. So this is the stable now, where you find some giant goats in there too, which is kind of cool. Like these like well-equipped giant goats. I need to update the map to make it like a proper stables, but this is like a proper stables now. And then you got this like really weird building over here where you open it up and it looks like a rundown jail of some kind, or maybe an armory that needs to be updated. But other than that, that's the only sort of rundown building in the place. They've got watchtowers, and the estate has like a small library, baths. It has the Church of Dragons Light, and it's a very nice estate.
And I'll accompany everyone later when they go to the ceremony. And I'll make sure to be seen throughout the day.
Sure. You see them throughout the day, and Lieutenant Terrence's like first ceremony within there, and you sort of bless everybody. Incredible, fantastic. And I think that will call our day to an end. I think the last thing I'm going to say is, do you want to go looking for a ship, Ciela, that night?
Yes, not a bad idea.
Make
A
me.
longboat.
I'll give you an advantage. Make me a investigation or insight check to find a suitable ship for the journey ahead.
That would be a. Sorry, what was it? What were the two options?
Investigation or sorry. Investigation or insight. Sorry, I had a little bit of a brain fart.
22. That's insight.
Okay. 22. You find you're going through the ships, and like there's plenty of beautiful ships here. There's warships and galleons and sail ships, but you know that's not really what you need. What you need is a ship that can move through the sea of moving ice, and make it through the sea rifts. Yeah, basically like a long ship. And you come across a ship called the Frost Skimmer. That looks almost like it came from some northern voyage. It is indeed a long ship. It looks long and thin and probably perfect for the voyage. You see that they're not dressed for it right now, but you do see that they are dressed in sort of a way that seems to show that they're wearing like half of their cold weather gear. Like they're wearing like the fur-lined legs, but they're just kind of wearing the white shirts. Otherwise, they're not really prepared for warm weather. They're more prepared for cold weather.
Yep.
They look kind of awkward in hot weather, in fact. And the captain steps off the ship, whose right half of the face is scarred and ruined from what you expect to be severe frostbite at one point in his life. So he sort of steps off the ship. He has a leather hood over it, but you kind of catch this. He like puts his leather hood on as he steps off the thing, and you get the sense that's to cover up his deformity. And as he's walking down the way, you could stop him if you wanted.
Excuse me.
Yes. Hello, Oz. Who are you?
I'm Ciela, Captain Himmel's daughter, and of Dragon's Bane Adventuring Company.
Wonderful to you. Good to meet you. And he takes off his glove and he'll shake your hand. He'll say, I'm Captain Lurstadt is my name.
Urshda. Okay. I was wondering if you, by any chance, were interested in commission?
Do you show him your writ?
Yes.
You show him your writ, he takes it and he goes, I say, well, this is the ship you need, and this is the ship you need. He'll look back at the ship and says, the Four Skimmers are a light, long ship. Where are you intending to go?
North, far north.
See a moving ice?
Mhm.
That's my specialty. And he'll re-roll it, hand it back to you, and he says, all right, when do you want to leave?
As soon as possible.
I'll have the ship ready for you, why don't we say tomorrow afternoon.
Mhm.
And before you come with, make sure that you have purchased cold weather gear and snowshoes.
Snowshoes, okay.
He sort of looks at you, looks you over and goes, you're a ranger, eh?
Mhm.
You might be good in the snow, but if you got companions who aren't as skilled as you at sorts of things, make sure they got snowshoes. People don't think about it, but they slow you down real fast.
All right. Thank you. And how much?
How much? I thought you. He looks at the writ. He goes.
Well, it is still your time.
He goes. All right. Let me see. See how much you would charge. Sorry, give me a minute. Trying to get some information. That's ale, in-stay, meals, meat, wine, services. Here we go. Shit, 1 silver piece a mile. It says how many people are we transporting?
6.
6.
And a griffin. And a young dragon.
So the long ship's not big enough to transport mounts. And if being quite frank, I don't think you're gonna need them.
Okay.
So
6 of us.
And he will say, so the water deep to the sea of moving ice is quite a voyage. There we go. This is gonna be expensive. Should have took the rent.
Cielo, you should have just let him not make us pay.
Cielo wouldn't do that to fellow sailors.
I mean,
Unless
you
they were
don't have to.
assholes. Unless they were assholes.
Yeah,
He can
but
say what he's gonna say. You know what? I'm gonna pay you this much. How about that?
yeah,
Take
but
it. Take it or leave
but
it.
also like the writ would have been meant that he got paid by the government.
He says, 124 gold pieces for the voyage to the Sea of Moving Ice and back.
Okay.
And I'm giving you a deal here, because who knows how long we'll be out there for. Maybe we'll deal with any sort of extended costs when we get back for what actually happens when we get there.
Well, I'm sure that the the government will take care of any additional costs, but I'm happy to pay you the cost of the voyage.
Alright, 124 gold, and I'll be happy to get you there and back again, and I'll talk to your council about any other costs that might come from actually being in the Sea of Moving Ice. But
Alright.
the Frost Skimmer's under your command then, Ciela.
And she will pay him right up front.
Alright? And he says, alright, I'm going to make arrangements with my crew, make arrangements with yours, and I'll see you.
Alright. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
You'll go, and you'll say, alright lads, get yourselves ready, you got a contract. And he'll head out. Terrence, you'll receive your bowls in the morning as you all wake. You will have a long rest. Ciela, you can praise him with the situation, yes?
I was going to give Shroud my old bow, longbow, so they have a good bow. And it is the +1 deer antler longbow. So
Cool.
you can add the longbow +1 if you want it.
Golden deer antler longbow, very cool. Okay. So with that, you guys have made it to Waterdeep, dropped off Verum the White's been named heroes for that, have procured the services of the Frost Skimmer, and next session you guys will begin to make your way north into the Sea of Moving Ice. You're going to go to the bitter, 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 bitter cold of the north. And maybe even further north than you've ever been, and you've been there a couple times. So, we will end the session there.
Mhm.
Next week, your voyage into the next journey will begin.
Should we just mark off the equipment that we need to buy now so that we don't have to worry about it next time?
Sure, I believe everyone except for Sabrosa should already have cold weather gear.
But not snowshoes.
And I'll say that the snowshoes can be given to you guys. We'll just say to use the writ, and you get a couple of snowshoes, and it's fine.
Okay.
It is worth noting that like when you guys use the writ, like people probably go to the palace and be like, hey, they use this writ, can you help me out? And so they will track your things and kind of like clean up after you a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It wasn't just like, help us or you're under arrest.
It is help us or you're under arrest, but it's like help us or you're under arrest and don't worry, we'll pay you back later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one more tent as well then, so that we have
Couple tents.
3 tents, three two-person tents.
Got it. But yes, you will not be taking any mounts. I imagine Lyragoth is fine, because Lyragoth can just swim.
Yeah.
Can swim after.
Right.
But yeah, that will be our session, folks. That'll be our session.
Yay.
And everyone levels up.